Hey everyone, Alice here with your weekend quickie readings for July 29th to the 31st. So the last weekend of July. Holy shit. Summer goes by so fast. These are very surface level readings just to kind of see what the energy's like this weekend. I don't really go too deep. That's why they're just quick readings. Even though I say quick readings, that seems misleading. Like they can be like 20 minutes long, but they are still quick to me, I guess. Technically these are timeless readings, so whenever you find this reading is when you were meant to find it. There may be just a message in here for you. It could just be one message in here for you. It doesn't matter if you find it this weekend or next weekend or a year from now. There could be something here for you. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything is going to apply to your situation. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try to force it. Just go with your gut, your intuition. If it feels right, then claim it or whatever you want to do with it. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, or any sign that you feel drawn to at the moment, because I'm not an astrologer. These aren't horoscopes. I just use the signs as a way to split the energy. So I mean, you can look at the reading as like one humongous big reading, like a lot of little readings. You could look at it that way, or you could just, whatever you're feeling drawn to, check out those signs. If you enjoy these readings, or if you find them useful or entertaining in any way, I really do appreciate it if you could like and or subscribe. That helps me do more with the channel. Currently I'm trying to get to 500 subs, because then I can get a community tab, because that's just the way that YouTube has decided to do things. And yeah, so that is like my current goal right now for the channel. So I appreciate any help in that way. All right, so let's get started here. Aries. Let's see what's going on for Aries. I've been using this deck a lot. I don't know, I'm just really feeling the Disney villain deck. I have no idea why. I even tried to use other decks and I'm like, it doesn't feel right. I'm like, I just am using it so much. All right, Aries, what's going on for you this weekend? The last weekend of July. That's supposed to be fucking hot here. Like, humid. So what does Spirit want you to know for this weekend? Okay. Queen of Swords. Page of Swords, Death in reverse. Overall energy, this can be your energy or their energy around you. Two of Swords in reverse. You may be feeling like you're making poor decisions this weekend, or you feel like other people are making poor decisions. I just feel like, or you feel like you don't have any good choices. There's that energy as well. Whatever it is, if you're making a decision this weekend, I feel like you just think it's a bad idea. Or that you don't have any good choices. It's like, oh, I could either, it's like the best of the worst. It's like, I can do this thing that isn't that great, or I can do this thing that's worse. So yeah, that's your energy around you and your energy overall this weekend. The energy that's coming towards you, I do feel like somebody's watching you. This Page of Swords reads as somebody who's got their eye on you, because I'm very drawn to, what's his name? Is this Lucifer from Cinderella? I don't know. I'm drawn to the cat's eyes here, being very like watchy, sneaky, like keeping their eye on you. Somebody's keeping their eye on you. They're trying to figure something out here because they don't want something to end, or they're afraid of something ending here. So it's like I don't think they're talking to you. If they are talking to you, like, this just feels like somebody who's like, it feels like they want to say something to you, but they don't really know what or how to do it yet. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. It's just like watching from afar, trying to figure some shit out here, because it's like they don't want to say something to you that will end things with you. Okay, let's see in the connection. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse, Justice in reverse. Somebody's energy, their energy towards you is they don't know how to express how they feel. Rather, they can't express how they feel to you. I don't know why. I mean, I feel like they're just in their head. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I feel like this might be the same person who's watching you. They're just trying to figure things out. You know, they're thinking a lot about, you know, how do I tell Aries? How do I express to Aries how I feel? You know, how do I get out how I feel? Now, I don't know what it means. I don't know what their feelings are, so don't get it twisted. I mean, it could be how they feel romantically towards you. It could also be maybe they're upset with you about something and they just don't really know how to approach it with you here, because the energy and the connection, there's something that's unbalanced here. I feel like you have the upper hand in this connection, if you want to put it that way. And this person is, it feels like they're trying to figure out how to get some more balance here in this connection here, how to get it on proper ground, like, you know, equality here, because I feel like ball's a little in your court, sort of. Well, I wouldn't say ball's in your court. It feels like it's in their court. You know, it's up to them to say something to you here. It feels like that, but, you know, they kind of feel like it's, you know, it's uneven. Like you have the higher ground here. Like you have an advantage in some way. I don't know what that advantage is. But you do. That's what it feels like in the connection. Probably because this person is afraid that, you know, they don't want things to end here with you. So that probably is the advantage that you have. Maybe you, at least from this person's point of view, I don't think that they think you're scared or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just, it's uneven. Okay. I'm not going any deeper, so how am I supposed to know? Okay. Three of Cups, King of Swords in reverse. Oh, swords. More swords. So you're the king in this situation. Yeah, so they're the queen. Your energy this weekend, I feel like you want to connect with people. You want to have a good time this weekend here. I kind of feel like you're unaware of a lot of this stuff here, but you're in this energy where you just want to connect with your connections, like with your friendships and the people around you, and just kind of like have a good time here. What may hold you back, try not to overthink things too much here. The King of Swords here, and try not to like when I say overthink, like be indecisive about things. Make a choice here, because it almost feels like you don't even know who to hang out with. It's like you have options on who you could hang out with this weekend, and what might hold you back is that you're indecisive of what you want to do. Why is everything is like so crooked? It's kind of bugging me. It's fine for now. Okay. Three of Wands in reverse, Ten of Swords. So something that you may have to deal with this weekend. Okay, something did end. I don't know what ended here, but there's something that ended because it had been delayed for too long. It had been pushed back. So I don't actually know if it actually ended. I feel like seemingly it has ended here. Like maybe it's the energy of like when you don't do something for a long time. Like, okay, here, I'll put this out here, there, something like an exercise routine, right? So let's say you are on it and you're doing really good with your exercise routine, and then because you've been procrastinating, or you just kept delaying it, or you just had setbacks for whatever reason, maybe it was weather, I don't know, whatever reason, maybe you needed new running shoes, I don't know, but it kept getting delayed to the point where it's like, well, it's kind of like I'm kind of not even doing it anymore, right? Like it's been like a month or two where I haven't actually done it, so I can't really say that I'm doing the routine anymore, that I'm actually, so it feels like that. But it's not like over, like as soon as the delay or whatever has been holding you back, or whatever setback is dealt with, then it could probably be on again, kind of thing. It's just right now in the energy, technically it's done. That's what it feels like. Technically this is done because there have been setbacks and delays. Like it hasn't been really paid attention to, I guess. I don't know what it is. I'm not psychic, so I mean, that was just an example, the workout thing. I don't know. That could be it, but it feels more attached to this energy here. It feels more attached to whoever is watching you, so it could have to do with a connection with a relationship. It could be that maybe maybe this person thinks that it's over because maybe you haven't done anything for a while. Maybe you haven't hung out for a while, and you know, after a while it's like, are we still, what are we, kind of thing. Technically it feels over, but it's like it could start up again, you know, if you just start talking or hanging out. It feels like that. Okay, the advice here for you, Aries, from Spirit, if I can get the fucking card, is the Nine of Wands in reverse. I am getting don't give up. Yeah, okay. I mean, that seems very general. It also feels like what is going on this weekend or for the next few days for you, it may be a bit of a struggle for you because you may feel like you're the only person who's going through it. Maybe the people around you are kind of oblivious to it, or you know, they seem fine or whatever, and like you might just feel like, why am I dealing with all this shit? But you're not. You're not alone, kind of thing, but it might feel that way here. So that's kind of where the don't give up energy is, you know. Keep on keeping on here, you'll be okay. That's kind of the advice here. Let's see here, your actions, the Sun. Yeah, I feel like everything that you're doing this weekend, you're doing it because you want to do it. You know, it brings you joy, it sparks joy, or whatever you want to call it. I do feel that here, like whoever, like you can get indecisive possibly here this weekend on what you want to do, where you want to hang out, who you want to hang out with. But I feel ultimately, whatever it is that you do, you're going to do for your own happiness. You're not doing it for anybody else's happiness. I mean, it doesn't feel selfish. Maybe some people might think it's selfish, but it's more like, you know, if this makes me happy, then I'm going to do this. If, I don't know, going to Legoland makes me happy, then I'm going to do it. I don't know why that popped up in my head, but it's something, you know, it's like that. You know, if I want to, you know, run through the sprinkler outside because it makes me happy, I'm gonna do it. That's what it feels like. Potential outcome here for you, Aries. Two of Wands in reverse. I feel there is something that you can't make up your mind about ultimately. So yeah, this indecision energy here, I don't know why, like, I'm not going to push all this here. I'll deal with it for the next reading. But your sort of indecision here is, there is something here that you won't actually be able to make up your mind about. I feel like, you know, little things you'll be able to make up your mind about. You won't let this hold you back. But it's like there's something in particular here that, you know, after it's all said and done, that you're going to have a really hard time making up your mind about on what to do next. Like, you're just not going to really know what to do next. It could just be like at the end of the weekend, you're like, okay, what now? I don't know. I don't know what to do now. Okay. All right. That's your reading, Aries, for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, Taurus, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. What does Spirit want you to know? The last weekend of July. And I don't really know how to shuffle. Come on. Probably because like my hands are like super like smooth for some reason right now. So everything is like really hard for me to handle. Like the cards are hard for me to handle. I don't know why. Shit. Dropped a card. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Ace of... Was there 2 cards? No, it's 1 card. It just sounded weird. Ace of coins. 9 of coins. 4 of cups. Okay. Overall energy. Oh, the Empress. That's nice. Taurus. This is your energy or the energy around you or both. I feel like you're feeling pretty good this weekend. It almost feels like nothing can get you down kind of energy. I don't know why. I'm getting a very positive energy from this. It's just like you're just, you know yourself, you know your value, you know, you're just game to try anything. You're just, you know, open here, you know, open to the universe with love and care kind of thing. No, it's just very positive energy here. I like that. I like it. What's underneath? Ah, it seems to come from after some stress. It's almost like maybe this week was very stressful for you, Taurus, and this weekend you're like, you know what, I'm not going to let it bother me, and I'm just going to relax, and I'm just going to be fine with everything here that's going on. That's what it feels like. The energy that's coming towards you, Taurus, again with the 9 of coins, this is like your energy here. It's like, I deserve this weekend. I deserve, you know, to do whatever I want to do this weekend. You know, I deserve a break if that's what you deserve. Like, you just feel like you worked really hard this weekend and now it's time to, you know, put your feet up and relax and be, you know, enjoy yourself. That's what it feels like. I do feel like there is an opportunity that's going to come up here for you this weekend because you're not really paying attention to things around you, because you're really focused on yourself and self-care and all that. And because you're really focused on yourself, there is something that's going to pop up here for you, you know, because you're not worrying about other things. So when you're just focusing on your own happiness, that's, you know, this is when some opportunity comes up. I have no idea what this is, but it's nice. Let's see, the connection. Oh, okay. I don't know who this is. Maybe this is why you're just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna focus on me, because this connection here, I don't know who this is, but their energy towards you, they're giving you nothing. This person's just giving you nothing. Like, I mean, look at the card. It's the Barons from The Lion King. That's what they are. They're barren. They don't give you anything. Their energy here is just nothing. I don't know why, because the energy and the connection, it's a mystery. I don't know. I don't even think you know either. I don't think you know what's up with this person. This person just feels like they may have ghosted you. Possibly. Like this, it's like the connection just kind of disappeared here. It's weird. This is weird. Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of not going to let it bother you this weekend though, but I don't know what this is. That is really strange. That is just like somebody just up and disappeared for no reason. Like you don't even know why. It's okay. Your energy. Oh, see, you have a lot of hope. That's where this opportunity comes from. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so your energy this weekend, like I said, you're very hopeful about things here. You're trying to, you know, heal, try to find your way, you know, towards an opportunity here. Maybe this opportunity helps to guide you towards, you know, something, some sort of purpose here, some sort of goal here for you. What may hold you back is just time. You might just not have enough time to do what you want to do. to be honest, or time management. That could be a problem for you this weekend, just not able to really manage your time as well as you would like, or just not having enough time. I mean, it's just the weekend, it's just a few days. Maybe it's just like, oh, I only have a few days to do everything that I want to do, but I just don't have the time to do it. All right. Seven of Swords. Oh yeah. 10 of Wands in reverse. So this is something that is a little bit of an issue here this weekend that you may have to deal with. It feels like it's whatever this connection is. Whatever you're not paying attention to. Whatever you're trying to sort of block out from your mind. You know, block out emotionally. Just not give any emotions to. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you are doing that, but it's still there. And this is some sort of issue that has been going on for a while now. Somebody just not being very honest, not being very truthful. I mean, it feels like this connection, whatever this connection is, this person who just fucking up and disappeared. Obviously they didn't tell you, and you know, they're not being honest, because people just don't disappear for no reason. They have reasons. Even if it's like not you, it's something on their end. There's still a reason, you know. But you're ignoring it. You're not letting it bother you, but it is there. So you may have to deal with it at some point this weekend and try to get over it, and, you know, try to just, you know, not focus on this. Advice for you, Taurus, is the 6 of Coins. It feels like being generous, like your generosity. Like, I do feel like you're in that energy anyways with the Empress here this weekend, but the advice here is to be generous, to give to other people, to other things here. I don't know what that means exactly. I mean, it could just mean giving your time to somebody, to like a friend or a family here, or just sharing something, even just sharing your wisdom or advice, or sharing something that you know, like knowledge, something that you're knowledgeable in, or something like that. Maybe you have a recipe that, you know, somebody wants, and instead of keeping it to yourself, you know, you share it. That's just the advice here. I have no idea why. Okay. Your actions this weekend. The Page of Swords in reverse. I do feel you might make some excuses for yourself here. I feel like that has to do more about your time management, to be honest. It feels more like, you know, there are things that you have to do and things that you want to do, and you might try to make some excuses for yourself in order to do the things that you want to do rather than the things that you have to do. That's just kind of what it feels. It doesn't really feel that bad, to be honest. You know, normally the Page of Swords in reverse can be a troublemaker. I mean, you could be causing a little bit of trouble here, but I feel like it's more for yourself, not for other people, and it's just time management stuff. That's what it feels like. It doesn't really feel that big. I mean, Page is quite small, and this just feels like small energy. All right, potential outcome, Taurus. Ooh, 9 of Cups. Interesting. So this is either somebody's coming towards you. So either this could be tied to this opportunity here, whatever this is, because I don't know what that is. It's like, because you're ignoring all this bullshit over here, this person and this stuff, you get an opportunity here that brings you some hope here. It can be somebody. It can be somebody coming in and flirting with you, or it can just be that you've found something that you want to put your love and support towards. It can be a person. It can be some sort of, you know, project, like a passion project, something along those lines. It can be anything like that. You know, it could just be finding something new, like, or discovering something that you used to really like. Maybe like you really like to roller skate or something, and you're discovering that passion again, and you're taking action towards it. It can be something like that, or it can be a person. It could totally be a person, or it can just be, you know, wanting, you know, that love in general, wanting to, you know, get back on the horse and go towards and find love and happiness here. I do feel like your energy this weekend is facilitating this. It's attracting this type of energy with the Empress here, and with, you know, not letting this shit bother you. So, you know, it's a good reading. This current energy is good. Don't fuck it up. All right. That's your reading, Taurus, for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. In the current energy, what does Spirit want you to know about this weekend? Okay, that was fast. The Hermit. Okay, the Hermit. Ah, Six of Wands. The Page of Wands. Your overall energy is the High Priestess. Yeah, I was wondering about this. You're keeping secrets. Now, I was wondering because the Hermit's out, and I'm like, okay, Hermit, staying at home. That's what it feels like, homebody stuff. And then the Six of Wands, and I'm like, oh, wait. But that's like the opposite of it. I'm like, what's going on here? Oh, because your energy is you're hiding something. I don't feel like it's malicious or maleficent in any way here. I just think that you're keeping things to yourself. You don't have to share everything. You know, you don't have to tell people things. I feel like this is coming from a place because you did tell somebody something. Maybe you had, yeah. Okay, so it does kind of feel like maybe somebody or maybe you weren't really interested in something, or you weren't interested in someone. There's just like a bored energy here, but that boredom kind of led to maybe you feeling a little insecure in yourself here, in your abilities, and it's just kind of like, well, I'm not telling anybody that. I'm not telling anybody that I kind of am not feeling myself. Does that make sense? Because it's like you don't really want people to know how emotional you are right now or have been recently here. Because it's like you've tried to ignore something here. Yeah, I just feel like you've just had some bad luck happen to you. And you've tried to kind of turn a blind eye to it. Like you've tried to ignore it here. You've tried to just be like, I don't care. I don't care about this. I don't care what happened. You know, what's happening here. And it's like really bad luck. But you know, you're actually really upset about it and feeling kind of insecure about how upset you are about it. So you're just kind of keeping it to yourself here. I don't know what this is. The Wheel of Fortune is anything like out of your control. It could just be like a flight cancellation. It can be maybe weather, like maybe actual rain on your parade. You know, or it can just be like an accident. Something along those lines. Maybe there was an accident in some way. It just feels like you tried to just kind of, you know, brush it away and just be like, not pay attention to it, but it actually is upsetting you more than you like to admit, and you are not admitting it to anybody. Okay, that's fine. Your energy that's coming towards you this weekend, I feel like as much as you're trying, it almost feels like you're trying to hide from the world here, a little bit here, but it does feel like somebody's paying attention to you. Or you're attracting attention to yourself here, even if you're trying to kind of like keep a low profile here. It's like you're trying to keep a low profile here, but somebody wants to talk to you. So it's like somebody, yeah. It almost feels like you're trying to hide from somebody in particular, to be honest. There's somebody here who wants to talk to you, and you're just kind of hiding from them. That's what I get here. I don't know if you're ghosting them or anything, but it just kind of feels like you're avoiding them. There's an avoidance energy of somebody here. This is Page energy, so it could be somebody younger than you, or just somebody who like, it's just somebody who's not really reliable. It could be like a fuck boy, fuck girl type of energy here, and you just don't really want to deal with it right now. It can be that, or it can just be somebody who's younger, who has fire energy. They could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have those placements possibly here. It just feels like somebody who talks a lot. Because Iago, like, I'm very drawn to Iago here. And, like, if you've watched Aladdin, he never shuts up, right? And he's always talking. He's a parrot. And, like, I mean, that's his thing here. So, I feel like this is somebody who maybe kind of annoys you a little bit because they talk a lot. And I feel like you're trying to avoid talking to them this weekend. But it's like you still want to attract other people towards you. Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, fine. Let's see here. Let's see here. Four Swords in reverse. I feel like this is the same energy. This is somebody who can't shut up. And the Nine of Coins. Okay, so the energy of this connection, this person, their energy towards you feels like this person doesn't know the meaning of, you know, silence is golden. Let's take a break here. This is somebody who I feel like they just don't, they don't shut up. It's like, I don't normally read the opposite. Like, Four Swords can be silence, and I don't normally, when it's reversed, that's the opposite. But like, no, this feels like this is this person, this Page of Wands. This is somebody who just wants, they get really restless when they can't contact you. Like, when you go into this hiding mode, they kind of get a little antsy here, because they, like, I don't know why. You know, it's like they want you to pay attention to them. And they get kind of antsy when you kind of like go in a hermit mode here. I feel like Gemini, you may be a bit of an introvert, and you just kind of maybe just this weekend you just want to spend time with yourself, like on your own here. And there's just, because there's somebody here that maybe you've spent the entire week with this person and you're just like, just give me a break here. But this person, like, when you disappear, they get like kind of antsy because they're like, oh no, where'd Gemini go? Oh, Gemini's not paying attention to me. Oh, where'd they go? But the thing is, the connection here, the Nine of Coins, the connection feels like it's very, how would I put this? I don't feel like you're together. I don't feel like they're like you're together. I don't feel like you're like a couple. I do feel like you kind of just go your own way and you do your own thing here, and that's okay in this connection. There's a certain amount of independence in this connection. So it could be that this is kind of strange, that this person is like being kind of, I wouldn't even call it clingy. It doesn't feel clingy. It's just, they just want attention from you. It just feels weird. Like it can be that this is a little unusual for them to kind of be like this, and that maybe that's why you're avoiding them, because like usually you have a lot of freedom with this person. Like in the connection, usually, you know, you do your thing, they do their thing, and it's fine. But it just kind of feels like maybe this time there is a little bit of neediness, I guess we can put it that way. Yeah, I don't feel like it's super bad or anything. It's just kind of off, a little off this weekend. Energies could be reversed. You could be the parrot. You know, I don't know who's who. Not really. Let's see here. Your energy, Judgment, and wait, is this a Six of Swords? Okay. Anyway, what I said still applies. See, that's why I said energies could be reversed. Maybe you're the one who can't shut up, because there's a Four of Swords. See, I go on about this deck, and then like I'm like, oh, Alice, that's a 6. That's not a 4. What are you going on about? That's a 4. It's still the same though. It's still the same type of energy, because the Six of Swords in reverse is a little bit of a clinging energy here. You know, I can't get away type of energy. So your person here, maybe they feel like they can't get away from you. It can be reversed. Or it can just be like this person doesn't know where they want to go right now. They're just kind of wandering. They, you know, they don't know. I mean, it's still an antsy energy, because I think that being away from you, they do feel antsy about it. And I feel you feel that way here as well with the Four of Swords here. What might hold you back is this restless, antsy energy where you just kind of like, It's like you want to go, 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 but go, go, go where, right? I don't know. It's just like you don't really have anywhere to put this energy. So it's kind of like this in your mind, like your thinking energy. It's like you don't really have a place where. That could be why, you know, maybe you just want some time to sort of sort out your thoughts here, to be alone. Your energy with Judgment here, I do feel like you're having some sort of like a wake-up call, like epiphanies here. You know, you're thinking about, you know, the things like how you've gotten to this point, especially with this connection here. And it does feel like a thinking energy. Like, I just feel like you probably just want some time to think this weekend, which seems very Gemini anyways. But yeah, but also I feel like there is a bit of avoidance on this page. I don't know who this page is. It couldn't be this person, but it can be somebody else. All right. Queen of Wands. I say like I don't know a lot of things because I'm only reading like surface energy. If I was to like dig deeper, then I guess I could figure it out, but that would take a lot longer for 12 signs. Anyways, Queen of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Knight of Coins in reverse. I feel like it has to do with this person, this issue that you may be dealing with this weekend or the next few days. This person's quite stubborn. This person's pretty stubborn. They're stubborn, but they're not, they act like, you know, they're not. It's like this person would never admit that they're stubborn. Like it's this Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is like, I don't know. They want your attention. They want to talk to you. You know, they want to talk to you a lot here, but there's something about them how like they try to like act cooler than they are. Like they're trying not to act desperate, basically. It's like, I don't want to seem too desperate here, so I'm gonna like play it cool, but you know, really, like, I just want Gemini to fucking talk to me. I just want Gemini to pay attention to me. That's what it feels like. Energies can be reversed. That could be your energy as well. There's a lot of flip-floppy energy here, especially Gemini. Gemini, I would say most readings you could flip the energies because the energy of Gemini here, you know, like I said, I'm not an astrologer. I just use the zodiac signs as ways to divide the energy, but I mean, when it comes to the Gemini side, it is, you know, flippant. You could put it that way. Somebody who can, you know, go from one side and then change their mind and go in another and change their mind. So it's, yeah, it can go either way. All right, the advice here for you, Gemini, the moon. I am feeling the advice here is this, that you really should keep things to yourself. You know, there are secrets here. There are things that you don't know about. And it almost feels like don't go prying into these things. Like, you know, you have secrets, other people have secrets as well. And now is not the time to go snooping around and being all like Detective Gemini here. So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what I get from that, is kind of let things that you don't know, let them be for now. Don't try to, you know, investigate further. That's what it feels like. There are just things that you don't know, and that's fine. You don't know things, and there are things that other people don't know about you because you're keeping them a secret as well. All right, your energy, Ace of Coins. Your actions. Well, energy actions. It does feel like whatever you're doing this weekend, you're trying to go, I was gonna say go with the flow, yeah, but it's like kind of, it is a slow energy in that you're just trying to do things naturally. You know, wanting to start things naturally and organically, like not trying to force things here. And there can be some energy here that you just want to like start from scratch again. Like, let's start over again. So your actions can be starting from square one here and wanting to take things slow and just kind of like not force it this time here, because you also have an energy of wanting to you know, after you've gone through this wake-up call, you know, you've kind of thought about things. You're like, okay, so I thought about what I did before. Now I'm ready to try again. So I'm trying again now, but this time I'm going slower. This time I'm not forcing things. This time it's going to be different. That's what it feels. I mean, I don't really know what that means, but potential outcome, the Hierophant in reverse. I feel like some sort of rule here is being broken. I feel like you might, whoever this page is, I feel like it's this page, this energy is kind of like feeling a little rebellious here. I feel like it's a stubborn energy here that's getting this page to just kind of like, well, Gemini or whoever's not paying attention to me, so they're just kind of gonna go off the books type of thing. You know, they're gonna go rogue here. I mean, that's what it feels also with this Nine of Coins. You know, it's this very independent energy. You know, I'm just gonna do it my way then. Like, I tried doing it your way, now I'm gonna do it my way. I don't know what that means exactly. This person might, or you, maybe, I don't know, whoever the page is, maybe crossing lines here. If there are boundaries, they may be crossing some sort of line, some sort of boundary that was set here. Yeah, I mean, like if there was like a line that, I don't know if this line is actually there. That's the thing with the moon here. I don't even know if it's actually there. It might not be there. It might just be a perceived line that you thought was there, or that the page, you know, thought was there, and they think that they're crossing a line, or you think that they're crossing a line, or you're crossing a line, but there was no line there to begin with. I don't know, very strange energy. I mean, it's just for the next few days. It seems a lot for the next few days, but it actually doesn't, it really isn't, because probably most of what you will probably experience, Gemini, is this. Is the Hermit. Is probably most of it is just you thinking to yourself and looking back at things that have happened and being like, okay, I want to try again, because, you know, it didn't work out over time and I made some mistakes, so now I've learned my mistakes, so let's try again here. That's probably more what you're gonna find here. The other stuff is just energy that's coming towards you. Like I said, it can be flipped. You can be the parrot here, you can be the page here, but it's possible. I feel like it's less so, but you could be. You could sometimes this weekend be in this page energy. Maybe not all the time. Anyways, that's your reading, Gemini. Sorry, that feels like all over the place. And I'm sorry if that was a messy reading, because it felt messy. But thanks for watching anyways. Good luck this weekend. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, Cancer, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. What can you expect this weekend in the current energy? What's going on? Yeah. If that's two, okay, it's not two. Okay. Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, Judgment in reverse. What is this? Oh, it's the Two of Cups. We'll play it like that. Overall energy is the Ten of Coins in reverse. So this can be your energy, this can be the energy around you. I was about to say your person's energy, so it can be their energy as well. This feels like insecurity. This feels like something that you, like feeling awkward, feeling uncomfortable here. Like just, it's just something just feels like you don't feel comfortable in a situation here this weekend. It just feels overall there's a uncomfortable awkwardness here that might make you be feeling insecure. I mean, this doesn't have to be just your energy. That can be the people around you as well might be feeling this way. Yeah, I mean, the devil's underneath. It's coming from a place where it can be that it's the insecurity, like the uncomfortableness is coming from that there is some toxic energy around, but it's like it's not like predominant, you know? It's like it's not in your face. It's just kind of lingering there. Like you just kind of feel like maybe there's something going on here kind of thing, but it's like you can't really put your finger on it. Like it's like, you know, like maybe I should be on my toes, but you can't really, like there's nothing in your face. It's like it's there, and it's like you're not feeling triggered, but it's like you could feel triggered, you know? It's like it's like bubbling on the surface. I don't know where this is coming from. The Star, it can be like because that's like a healing. I'm getting a lot of healing energy here. I don't know, there was like some problems here, some problems that were going on in the Star. You know, it just feels like, I don't want to get too deep into that because there's all this energy here, but it's like it just feels like it's coming from a place like somebody was healing, and it can be you. You got over most of your triggers, you know, most of the stuff that was toxic and like the negative thoughts in here, but there's just that little bit, and the little bit that's left over is kind of affecting you this weekend, making you feel like I'm feeling like second guessing things around you and just not feeling super comfortable in where you are in your life right now, like where you are this weekend. I don't know, take it as it resonates. So the energy that's coming towards you, I feel it has to do, there's something to do with some connection here that is possibly not, like you're not in contact with this person or not in communication with somebody here, or there was some like it feels because it's sideways. Like I'm getting that it's actually mostly this way, that it's mostly reversed, but it's like there is a strong connection here, and there could be reconciliation here, but it's almost like it can go either way. Like I feel like you probably haven't been talking to this person for a while, and maybe there's some sort of attempt here to reconcile, but it's like it's not like a full reconciliation. It's not like full on contact. You know what I mean? Like you might just hear something from somebody, like a friend of a friend. Like a friend of a friend tells you like, oh, so and so was asking about you the other day, was asking about cancer the other day, and you're just like, really? Like I didn't think that they even thought about me or whatever. Like it can be that type of energy. So like we haven't talked in like a year, and like they asked about me, like do they, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's weird. It's that type of energy. I'm not psychic, I'm not saying that's what it is, it's just it feels like that. The energy that's coming towards you, yes, there's conflict here, and I feel that's what this is. It's like conflict between, should I reconcile? Should I not? Like there is an energy here that's coming towards you that is kind of unsure if they should come back here. I feel like they're not being completely honest with themselves here. It can be with you as well, but I feel like they're not being completely honest in their motivations here, because it almost feels like this person is struggling with, like they want to reconcile here with you, mostly because they are, it's like they're afraid that you are getting too far ahead of them. Does that make any sense? It just feels like they feel like if they don't come in now, then they're not going to get a second chance with you. It's like, you know what it reminds me of, the energy here, like of stupid sort of, well, they're not stupid, but like of like rom-com movies where like somebody sees like, oh, the person that they, you know, they had a big crush on for like years and years, you know, now they find out that they're getting married, and they're like, oh shit, I have to tell them how I feel before they get married, because then I'm never going to be able to tell them again. But it's like, maybe you should have done that earlier, before, like, you know, people just don't like one day wake up and decide to get married. Like they go out, with somebody, they get to know somebody, and you know, then they get engaged, and you know, like this all takes time. So it's like, what were you doing in that time? Did you not like, you know, like, but it almost feels like, because like, you know, in the rom-com, it's like, oh, because their crush or whatever is going to get married tomorrow, it's like, oh, now it's finally dawning on the person that I should tell them how I feel because they're getting married tomorrow and then it will be done. It's like, it almost feels like a Hail Mary type of energy here. That's kind of what this is. It kind of feels like somebody is unsure if they should come in and reconcile here, because I feel like they're not ready to reconcile, but they almost feel like there's a time limit. Like, I have to do it, otherwise I'm gonna miss my chance here with Cancer. I think that is what you're feeling here. This 10 of Coins energy is that, because it doesn't feel like they're coming in for the right reasons. It's like, it almost feels kind of selfish. It's like, I'm coming in because I don't want Cancer to get away, so I have to. Weird. Okay, let's move on. Let's see this connection. The Emperor. I don't know if it's this connection. Oh, okay. So the energy of this connection, I don't know who this is. This could be the same person. Their energy towards you is that they think that they're completely in control of this connection, even though the connection's kind of over. The 10 of Swords here is like, at least to you and to them, you both think that the connection is done. You know, stick a fork in it and it's done. You know, you both kind of think that way, but yet this person here is like, their energy towards you is that they think that they have complete control over the situation here, that they're taking the lead here in the situation. Okay. I don't understand where that's coming from. I mean, it can be that they're just pretending to be, but I mean, it's an upright Emperor. I don't really feel it reversed. It just feels like this person is just like, I don't know, pulling up their big boy, big girl pants, and you know, they're thinking, I gotta do something here. I gotta like make a decision here because otherwise Cancer is gonna get away. I don't know. It's so strange. It's so strange because I feel like this person was toxic to you and you've done the healing. You've done the healing in this connection, but it's like you feel something weird now. Like now it feels kind of uncomfortable because of all this shit. Okay, let's see where you're at. Oh boy. Oh boy. Cancer. The Lovers. And the 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I get that. Your energy here is you feel this connection. This connection to you was quite important. I feel it was quite important to this person as well. You feel this connection, you feel a tie to this person, and I feel your energy here is that you, even secretly, you do want to come together here again. You do want this connection. Yeah, but you're uncertain. With the 6 of Swords in reverse, you're not sure. You're not sure at all. You know, you don't know if you should stay, if you should go. You don't know if, like, it's like the 6 of Swords usually is represented by a person on a boat. You're like in the middle of the lake. Like, you're like, should I go back to the pier? Should I go back to this connection, or should I just keep on going? Should I keep going? Should I just keep moving away? Like, I don't know. You're just kind of like sitting in the middle of the lake, not like spinning around in circles. You're just like, I don't know. You're kind of uncertain about this connection because it's like, on the one hand, you feel how strong this connection is with this person, but on the other hand, you had to go through some healing. There was healing involved here. And, you know, healing involved because of probably this ending here. Okay, let's see. Obstacles. Oh, the Moon. And the Ace of Coins. This is exactly what I just said about this person. This person feels like you're going to get away here. They want to like press the reset button here because they don't really know what's going to happen here. They don't know if they're going to get another chance or not. And it's like, they almost feel like, I want to come in and start over because I don't know if you are, you know, if you're going to be available for me or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. This is something that you're just going to have to kind of deal with on some level here. Like, it'll be an obstacle here. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Okay, the advice from Spirit. The advice in one card for all this bullshit. Seven of Wands in reverse. I am getting the advice here of don't try to fight it. Like, don't try to fight how you feel. If you feel a certain way, you know, don't fight it. That's very interesting. It is about, you know, try not to put your guards up too much in this situation. Like, don't be, I guess, too closed off, I suppose. If you're feeling a certain way, if you're feeling like you need to do something here, it's like, don't fight that feeling. Okay. Actions. 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like whatever you're doing, it almost is like you're doing it because of... see, there's two things. Like, you're either doing it because you're trying to fix this relationship here, you're trying to fix this connection here, or you're doing it because you know this connection's broken. I don't know. It could be that you're doing both things. It's yeah. Okay, potential outcome. This is interesting. Oh, the Queen of Wands. The potential outcome is you and this person aren't really going to be honest about how you actually feel. And I mean, I get that here because I feel you're hiding that you actually feel this connection. You feel this connection quite deeply, and you're going to hide that. You're going to pretend like that's not a thing here. And this person is also going to pretend as well. They're going to probably pretend that they're not as conflicted as it's showing up here in, you know, what they are going to do here. They're probably going to pretend that they don't feel this, like, oh no, you're gonna get away here, I'm not gonna get a second chance with Cancer here, I don't know what to do. Yeah, they're gonna pretend that that's not happening here, that's not what this is. Oh boy, I don't know what the fuck all this is. This is a lot, Cancer, for just a few days. Well, I mean, that's your reading, Cancer. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Yeah, really good luck. If this is resonating with you, good luck with this, and take care of yourself, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Alright, Leo, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. In the current energy, what does Spirit want you to know about? I'm not sure if much is changing, but we'll see. Okay, Temperance in reverse. That feels like a stop. Queen of Swords in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. Okay, overall energy is the Nine of Wands. This is your energy. This is the energy around you. All I get from this is I'm not backing down. I'm not giving in. I'm not giving up. Just a very resilient energy here. So this is your energy. It can be because there's something here that you wanted to start, possibly, Leo. This feels like you, Page of Wands in reverse. That it's like almost you were excited to get something going, but you were blocked here, and you're not giving up. You're not giving up on whatever it is that you wanted to start this weekend. Okay, the incoming energies, I'm not so sure. I don't think it will be easy, because the incoming energies is somebody who's kind of had enough of your shit. I don't know what that means, because this Queen of Swords does not feel like you. This feels like somebody who's coming in who's kind of pissed off. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they've had like enough. I'm just getting that this person is, I've had enough, and this person has, they're being very vocal about it, I feel. Um this person might feel like they've been out of the loop here for some reason and they've had enough. I don't even know if you know if this person feels this way, because this person has been isolated. When I say isolated, it just feels like I've been out of the loop for a long time. And this person is like, I've had enough, and I'm going to give you a piece of my mind on why I feel like I have been either ignored or out of the loop or excluded in some way here. This person is not happy at all. I don't know who this person is, but they are not happy at all. Let's see. Connection. 10 of coins. 2 of cups. Oh, this person might be a family member. With a connection here. The 10 of coins, or somebody you've known for a very long time. Because this person, their energy towards you is very stable, secure. Like, it's been around for a long time. So, yes, this could be family or like family, or just somebody you've known for a while, somebody that you probably have a great amount of respect or trust for, or that you've just been through a lot, you've had a lot of experiences with this person. Because I feel the connection between you two is pretty good. This is a deep connection. It can be a soulmate connection, and when I say soulmate, I mean a family member can be a soulmate, because a soulmate to me is not the Hollywood version of there's one soulmate and all that. No. Soulmates to me are people that, you know, souls that are in your life. They could be part of your soul family or whatever you want to call it, that are in your life that help you, you know, in some way. Like, they're there for a reason in your life to help you. And sometimes it can be a family member that family member, you know, they could be around your entire life, and they're there because there is a purpose for them to be in your life, maybe to teach you some sort of lesson or to keep you on some sort of path. Like, I don't know what it is, or maybe they're just there so you can learn from their mistakes. I don't know, but you know, soulmates can be family, they can be friends, they can be pets, they can be, you know, they don't just have to be romantic. So I'm feeling here that whoever this is, whoever's pissed off and had enough, is probably somebody you're related to. Seeing as it's a queen and feminine energy here, it could be a mother figure, it could be like a mom, it could be a sister, it could be an aunt, a grandmother, anything along those lines here, possibly. It doesn't have to be, but you know, feminine energy can go in that direction here, or just somebody who has a lot of feminine energy here, because the Queen of Swords, yes, she comes off a little piss-headed and everything, but you know, she does care about you. You know, that's why she's pissed off, because she does care. She cares too much, and that's why she's kind of upset here that, you know, she's just had enough. You know, she's had enough of the whatever, the dilly-dallying of feeling left out, feeling out of the loop. Okay. Your energy, the King of Coins. I feel like this kind of is shaking you up a little bit here. King of Coins in reverse, Knight of Swords. I feel like there is a bit of, like, for you feeling like this isn't really fair, you know, that you shouldn't be treated this way. Yeah, I get a bit of that here. You know, I think it's more in how they're coming off, because with Temperance in reverse, this is somebody, you know, they don't have a lot of patience. I feel like you don't have a lot of patience for the situation either, and so they're coming off as a Queen of Swords, being very like cut with their words. You're coming off more as a King of Coins, more kind of like, what the fuck, like, you know, like, I don't like being more like guarded of yourself and not really wanting to like give to the situation here. Like, I don't want to like I don't want to put more fuel on the fire here. I do feel like you're pulling back from this here, because you know this person's pissed off, and I feel like you know this person quite well. So it's like, okay, you're just gonna let them say what they're gonna say here, but you don't really feel it's fair. But I do feel like you're going to let them say what they're going to say here, but, you know, you're not going to let it, like, eat into your time either. So it's like, okay, like, you said what you said. Now I'm going to go, like, do my own thing here because I don't have to listen to this anymore. It feels like that here because of the Knight of Swords here. This is somebody who's like, okay, I'm going to go focus on other things. And, you know, that could be what holds you back if you focus too much on other things than the situation here, that you don't deal with the situation. That could cause a little bit of a problem here. But yeah, so that's your energy. I was gonna say, what's the problem here? Well, there is a problem, this person, but let's see here. The Sun, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so I feel like what might be the problem here is something that you thought was done, like a problem, an issue that you thought was over a long time ago. It's now you're seeing that it never really did go away. Whatever this person who feels like they're on the outside, like they feel excluded here, like they feel isolated from you, like maybe they don't feel very included in your life here. Perhaps maybe you thought that you'd already dealt with this. It's like, I thought we already dealt with this problem. It was done. It was finished here. I thought we had a good conversation about it. But clearly not, because this person's pissed. So, yeah, that's just, you know, an obstacle here for you this weekend. The advice here for you is the Knight of Wands. Oh, that's weird. The advice here from Spirit is take some bold action. I don't know what that means. I don't know what bold action. Wait, let's see what your action is here. Tower in reverse. Okay. Yeah, the advice here is take some bold action here. I feel like your actions this weekend are, you are trying to avoid complete disaster here with whatever the situation is, because this is somebody who I feel you've known for a very long time and that you have, you know, some respect for. So it's like, yeah, you don't want to burn this bridge here. So you're being very careful with your actions, I feel, so that you don't, you know, cause too much destruction here. I do feel that the advice here is, it is to move forward. It is like, the advice is don't do nothing, basically. Do something here. You know, don't distract yourself and focus on other things here. Like, do deal with the situation here in the best way that you can. Even if it's like you have to kind of maybe be a little bit more assertive possibly here. I mean, the Knight of Wands, I mean, the Knight, it is your energy as a Leo, you know, that fiery energy there. I mean, it is there. It is a little bit of, you know, act how you would act here, but in a positive way. Like, you don't want to be burning bridges here. Okay, what's the potential outcome here? Star in reverse. I feel like you might be feeling kind of lost and confused about this whole thing here. Not really sure how to continue this. Because I do feel like the goal here would be, you know, to have some sort of peace here, you know, with temperance. Have some sort of peace here, calmness here in the situation. And I feel like the potential outcome here is not really knowing how to get that, like which way do I get that there, and feeling maybe perhaps a little bit hopeless, and that you're like, well, I don't really know what to do about this. I mean, that's just the potential outcome for this weekend. So basically this isn't getting resolved this weekend, is what I'm feeling here. Okay, that's your reading, Leo, for this weekend. Seems a little action-packed here, if this is resonating. Yeah, thanks for watching. Good luck with this person. Although I would remember that, you know, you have a connection, a strong connection with this person, so, and you have known them for a while, so I do feel this probably will work out. It's just not being resolved this weekend. I don't see it being resolved this weekend. All right, take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on here for you this weekend in the current energy. What can you expect? for this weekend. Apparently I can't shuffle. That's what I can expect. Why does it seem like whenever I get to like Virgo or like halfway through, I forget how to shuffle? Okay, it's good enough. Virgo. Okay. So we have the Four of Coins, Knight of Swords in reverse, and the World. Overall energy, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. This can be your energy, this can be the energy around you. I feel like you're getting kind of antsy. There's like an antsy, restless energy here, like, yeah, ants in your pants or something. Like, it's like you can't sit still. I don't know what it is. Where's this coming from? 5 coins in reverse. You may be feeling like you might have put yourself on the outs of some sort of situation, and now it's like, I don't know, I'm just getting like restless leg syndrome. Like you can't, it's like, how do I explain this energy? It feels like, okay, example. Maybe a bunch of people are playing some sort of game. They're playing, I don't know, let's say they're playing basketball, and they're like, hey, Virgo, like, why don't you play with us? Like, come play with us. And you're like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, I'm not really in the mood, or I don't know, like, you make up some sort of excuse. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. And now that you said, like, no, like, it's fine, like, I don't want to play, you're watching them play, and it's like, you're just feeling like, oh, like, I kind of want to play. Like it's not even that you want to play. It's like this antsy energy, like, okay, like, I don't want to play basketball, but like, what am I going to do with all this sort of energy that I have? It feels like that. I don't know if I'm explaining that. I don't feel like I'm explaining that well enough. There's some, like, there's some reason, like, there's a reason why you've basically said no to something. You're like, no, it's fine. I don't want to do that. Or you're just kind of not participating for whatever reason. You've had some clarity here. There's a reason why you're not participating. I don't know what that reason is, but there's a reason. But it's making you. It's not anxious. It's just antsy. It's like you can't. Your brain can't stop thinking. I don't know. Like, if we're gonna relate this to like a relationship, like in terms of connections, it can be that you've realized, like there's a reason why maybe you're not in a connection. Like, there's a reason why, I don't want to say, like, I don't feel like you've rejected somebody, but there's a reason why you're not involved in a connection, or more involved in a connection than you could be. But it's like, you kind of want to be. Like, you can't, it's like almost like you feel like you had to take a break. Like, I have to take a break from this because there's a reason. I have a very good reason why I can't do something right now, but I can't stop thinking about it. I don't know. It's very, yeah, I hope I'm explaining. I'm probably not explaining that well enough, but that's the best I can do. The incoming energy here for you. There's, I don't know if this is somebody. I don't think this is you. There's somebody here who's kind of put their foot in their mouth here. Like, somebody who did something or said something, and they didn't really think about the impact that would have on you or other people around you or around them. Like, they didn't just really, like, they just did something really without thinking about it here. It doesn't feel like a bad thing, though. At least not for you. I don't know. It doesn't, like, usually when somebody does that, it can turn out bad, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels almost like it gives you some sort of completion. Like, it helps to close out a cycle here for you. It's almost like, you know what this feels like? Like, let's say there's somebody that you haven't been like totally certain about, and you're just kind of like I don't know, like I don't know if I should stay in this connection or not. Like they're not that bad of a person, and you just kind of like you didn't have a reason to not be around this person anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but that's what it feels like. It's like that, and then suddenly this person does something, you're like, okay, I've made up my mind now. You've kind of did it for me. You said something like, I don't know, maybe this person was like super ultra racist or something, and you're like, whoa. I'm like, okay, thank you for helping me. You basically gave me an out here. You gave me an out here. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with being done with this chapter of my life, kind of thing. It's like that. I mean, it's not quite like that. I'm not psychic, so it's not that exactly, but it's like the energy of that, because it doesn't feel bad like for you. This person like did or said something just out of nowhere, and it kind of gave you sort of a reason to, okay, I can end this cycle and I can move on to the next one, or like we can end this chapter here and I can move on to the next one. It doesn't feel bad though. So like, I know the example I gave seems very negative. This could just be that maybe you were just waiting for a sign or something. You're like, I don't know what to do, and then this person just kind of does something out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, there it is. Okay, now that gives me almost the confidence to be like, okay, I can put this stuff to bed, and then now we can move on to the next sort of phase, the next step. It can be that as well. Okay, I've spent so much time on that. Connection, 5 of Wands in reverse. Ooh, High Priestess. Interesting. So the energy of this person towards you is they're very conflicted. It can be that maybe they're conflicted with themselves here. Maybe it's the same person, and this person is wondering, should I have said that? Like, I mean, it seems like it was okay, but like kind of second guessing themselves here, possibly like being fairly conflicted with their actions here. It can be that type of energy. This person could be just not feeling like you and them, like feeling like you're clashing here on some level here. And I feel the energy and the connection is like, mum's the word. I feel like there's a lot of secrets going on here in this connection. I feel like you have your secrets, they have their secrets, and I feel like the only person, if we can call it that knows everything is the universe. The universe knows what's going on in this connection. The two of you kind of don't know what's going on with each other. Like, you don't know what's going on in this connection. It's like a big mystery. It's like it's hidden from the two of you. But I feel like you're keeping things to yourself. It doesn't come off as like sneaky. Like, it doesn't come off as malicious. It comes off more like, I have my things that I'm not ready to share now, and they have their things that they're not ready to share now. That's what it feels like. And it's all very spiritual here, because it's like you're gonna have to kind of use your intuition here to kind of, feel things out here in this connection. All right, your energy. Oh, the Empress in reverse and Death. I feel like your energy when it comes to this situation is like you're pulling away, but it's not like, it's like you need to pull away. It's like necessary. Like, you don't want to be overbearing in this situation here. So it's like, I mean, it's all this. It's that antsy energy, because it feels like you've checked out yourself. Like, you're like, I'm purposely going to pull myself away from the situation here, even though like it makes my brain like run a million miles an hour here. It makes me feel very antsy and restless here. But I do feel like you're doing it for a reason. There's a reason why you're like, I need to pull back from this situation. So it's not a bad thing here. I feel what may hold you back here is there are things that are changing here, and you have to accept these changes. If you if you like, there's a transitioning going on here from this cycle ending into a next cycle here, and I feel like you might have some trouble with that, going from one cycle to the next here. I don't know why, but it just feels like you might have a little bit of trouble. It might be a little bit of a bumpy transition here to go from closing out this chapter and into a new chapter here. What is that? 8 of Wands in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse. This may be the same person here, this Knight of Swords and this Page of Swords in reverse. This can be something that, this could be the bump in the transition here, because there's somebody here who I don't think they want this completion. I don't think they want this cycle to end, because I don't think it benefits them. Because, you know, like I said, it does feel like it's like you kind of were like, I don't know how to end something, and then somebody just blurted something, like maybe they just said, they showed a side of them, and you're like, oh, okay, you made my decision for me. I feel like this person, you know, they're trying to sort of delay this cycle from closing. I feel like that's where the bump in this transition is for you. Sorry, and clear my throat. Yeah, it does feel like this person might be they might say a lot of things that, like, a lot of bullshit might come out of their mouth here, in an attempt to try to stop you from completing the cycle here this weekend. Like, I don't know. I don't know what form this is coming in. It just feels like they're going to try to say whatever it takes to get you to not close out this cycle and transition. But it's, you know, it's a bumpy transition. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Advice here for you. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is about, you know, feeling like you have everything, feeling like you have that one thing that makes you happy here. And the advice here is like, if it's not making you happy, then, you know, what are you doing? Because, I mean, like, when we look at this card with Ursula here, right? Ursula, the one thing that makes Ursula the most happiest in the world is getting King Triton's Triton. I know she's a villain and she's, like, you know, using it to torment people, but I mean, she's happy. This is all she ever wanted, was fucking King Triton's Triton. And that's the advice here. If whatever the situation is, if you're not getting King Triton's Triton, like, if it's not your happiness, if it's not the equivalent of that, it's like, maybe you should rethink the situation here. You know, really kind of like figure out, what is your King Triton's Triton? What is your happiness? Is it this? If it's not this, then reconsider what's going on here, because it might not satisfy you. You know, like, what are you doing here? If this isn't what you want, what is it that you want? So that's the advice here. Your actions. I feel like you might be a little antisocial this weekend in your actions. I feel it has to do with this whole connection in this person here. Whatever it is that they did or said here, and the conflict here, I just feel like you're not really in the, you're not talking to this person, or at least you're trying to distance yourself possibly from this person because you're clashing here. I mean, yeah, you're clashing. You're in two different pages. Like, you're in two different parts of whatever. Like, you're two different frequencies here. This person feels a lot lower than where you're at here, because they're trying to stop you from basically leveling up. It's like, well, why would somebody do that? Unless they're feeling kind of insecure about themselves and where they are, and they're trying to bring you down to their level. I'm like, no, you know, do what makes you happy, which would probably be leveling up and transitioning to another cycle here in your life, you know, so you can start a new cycle here. And yeah, I feel like this person may be a little bit low vibration, and they're trying to pull you back down to their vibration. But I feel like this is your decision. I feel like perhaps maybe this is something that you see, and that's why you've decided to kind of take yourself out of the equation here. You know, with the Empress here, it just feels, in the reverse, just feels like you are pulling away from this energy here, closing yourself off here. Let's see what the potential outcome here. The Seven of Cups. Okay, so the potential outcome here for you, Virgo, is I feel like you are going to have options. You're going to have choices here on where you can go here with this energy. And I feel like that has to do with when you closing this chapter, I feel like you may have some options in what chapter you want to start next, possibly. It can just be that, you know, there's just you just have a lot of options. And you know, the advice here is default is with the Seven of Cups here. You know, the advice is to, what is it that you want? Because you're gonna have to pick here, and it might be a little confusing because you want to make sure you're picking the right one. You want to make sure you pick the right cup. You know, like Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade, you want to choose wisely here. So you want to make sure you choose wisely. So the advice here is, you know, what is your King Triton's Triton? What would satisfy you? What would bring you happiness here? You know, try to like think about that. If it's not this, then maybe it's something else here. Anyways, that's your reading for the weekend. It's just a weekend reading. Thanks for watching. Good luck this weekend. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. What can you expect in this last weekend of July in the current energies? Okay, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Three of Wands, and we have Strength. It's not bad. Your overall energy is the Sun. Not bad at all. This could be your energy, the energy around you. It's just happiness, positivity, positive energy, positive thoughts here. Oh, it's really, I mean, that's what I said. I mean, the energy that's coming towards you isn't that bad, and this isn't that bad either. So your overall energy is the Sun. Feeling good in the neighborhood. It can be because you've walked away from something, and like you've moved on from something, and you're moving now towards your happiness, like your actual happiness, and you're feeling better. It's like the Eight of Cups is like, you know, you're settling. And you're like, okay, well, I kind of want to be happy. I want to, like, this is fine, but I want to be happy. And it feels like you've decided to move towards your happiness now, and you're feeling a lot better. It does feel like, you know, this weekend is like, you know, I feel good. I feel good that I moved on from this. It's good energy. So the energy that's coming towards you this weekend, I feel that you are preparing yourself here. There is a certain amount of preparation going on here, in preparing yourself for what's next in your life here, because again, you've moved on from a situation. You've left a situation behind because you found your inner strength. You found that courage. You found the courage to, because whatever this is, whatever this was, this Eight of Cups, I mean, the Eight of Cups, it's hard to walk away from the Eight of Cups because usually there's not really anything wrong with it. Not really. I mean, it's just not what you want. But like for most people, it's fine. Like, let's say this is a relationship. Perhaps the person, if you walked away from a relationship, the person that you were with, they didn't like mistreat you. Like, they weren't toxic. They didn't cheat on you or anything like that. It's just you weren't feeling it. You know, it happens. You know, maybe you fell out of love, or, you know, you just wanted more from a relationship. You know, maybe your needs weren't being completely met, and, you know, you found the courage here to walk away from this situation, and you feel better because of it. And that's what's going on here. Same sort of story, but you're in sort of preparation mode here, you know, looking towards the future. What does my future look like? Okay, let's see here. The connection. 10 of Coins in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this could be the connection. If you walked away from a connection, this could be it. Their energy towards you, the 10 of Coins, they feel like they failed. in some aspect here. You know, they had it all and they failed. That's what this feels like. The 10 of Coins in reverse. It's like, I had everything here, but it just, you know, didn't work out here. You know, feeling like a loss here. This person might feel also like they've lost something of great value to them, which could be you here, or can be the relationship, a connection here, something along those lines. Could even be a marriage here. The energy in the connection is the 7 of Wands in reverse. You know, this is somebody who, it's like taking down the walls. Like the connection, it's like the walls have been taken down. I feel there's a very vulnerable energy here in this connection. This can also be that, you know, I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm not fighting for this connection anymore. Perhaps two of you just have lost that sort of, you know, the desire here, the passion to really fight and stand up for this connection, because it just feels like it's not there. All right, your energy, Libra, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and we have the 2 of Coins in reverse. I feel like you want to get going. You want to get going. You want to move forward, but you're not able to right now because it, you know, you have to go. You know, you can't go too fast, and I feel like that's a little frustrating for you. There's a little bit of frustration here because I feel like you want to move faster than you're able to, but you know, you want to do things right here, so you do want to plan and prepare for your next steps here on this journey, even though you kind of want to go faster, but it's like you're holding yourself back here. You're holding yourself back from going too fast, from being too reckless here, because you want to plan things out first before you kind of like embark. And like this can be anything. Like let's say it was a long-term connection that, you know, that you split up from. It can be that you want to do all the sort of the boring stuff first that you need to get done first. Like you like want to get like a proper divorce, maybe that's settled. Maybe you want to make sure like you have a place, you know, that for like for yourself or whatever, like, or like your bank accounts or something. It just feels like you just want to do all the other stuff right here, and you want to prepare yourself so you can actually be free and do what you want. That's just an example. It can be anything, you know, apply it to how it resonates. What may be holding you back here, the 2 of Coins, you might be thinking like, did I make a mistake here? There is some doubt here with this 2 of Coins in reverse, wondering like, you know, perhaps all of this is a big mistake. Well, not a big mistake, a mistake, because the 2 of Coins is quite small. For me, the 2 of Coins in reverse is like a small mistake. Like a mistake that you make in your life, kind of like oops, I drank expired milk type of mistake. It's a small mistake. It's not really that significant. So for me, that's what the 2 of Coins in reverse is. A bigger mistake would be the 5 of Swords, at least for me. But here, what might be holding you back is like you might be thinking that you're making small mistakes here along the way. I don't feel like you think that whatever it is that you've walked away from, I don't think you think that is a mistake. It's more the little things that you're doing. You might be thinking, am I making a mistake by maybe going slower? Am I making a mistake by, you know, making all these plans and preparations here instead of just kind of going for things, like instead of just winging for it and all that? You know, that's kind of what's going in your mind here. That could be what's happening here. Let's see if I can get the cards. Queen of Swords. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Queen of Swords in reverse and the Magician. This is a problem here this weekend. I feel like somebody's kind of pissed off at you because they feel like you used them. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but they feel like you've manipulated them in some way and they're pissed off about it. I feel it's more that you've just gotten that inner courage. You've found your inner strength. This person, if this is a breakup, if you've walked away from somebody, this person may be pissed off because they might feel like somebody manipulated you into walking away from them. Like they feel like somebody made you do that, or like you were told by somebody, like somebody waved a magic wand and hypnotized you or something like along those lines, that you're under a spell or something like that. That's, yeah, this person, I don't know, like they're not really seeing that, you know, this is all you. Strength is all you. Strength is you finding your inner strength, your inner courage, your bravery to do this, to walk away from whatever this is and find your happiness. So this person is wrong, I feel, but that's not what they think. They think that you've been manipulated in some way, that, you know, maybe you're under a spell or something. I don't know what they're thinking here, but whatever it is, they're pissed off. This person is pissed off, and this may be a bit of a hurdle for you this weekend to kind of deal with. So the advice here for you, Libra, Queen of Cups. The advice here is to use your intuition. You know, deal with things with cups, deal with things with love. It can also be about, you know, find that sort of emotional connection here with somebody. It can be like with a close friend, a family member, something along those lines here. You know, reach out possibly to somebody on an emotional level here. Have that, like a really, like one of those, like, you know, conversations that are very like heartfelt here. It can be that, or it's just, you know, just like I said, you know, listen to your intuition, follow your intuition. And yeah, especially when you're doubting, you know, if you've made mistakes and all that, you know, don't think so much in your head, think more in your heart. What is your heart telling you? Six of Wands in reverse. This is your actions. I feel like you're trying not to pay attention to a lot of this stuff here, you know, in your actions. It's like you're trying to sort of block this off. You're ignoring it, ignoring this Queen of Swords, ignoring a lot of the bad stuff here, ignoring if you are making mistakes here. It's almost like you have some uncertainties. You're like, am I making the right decisions here? Was that a mistake? And then it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm just going to ignore it and go forward anyways, which, you know, is probably fine here. I don't really see that as being bad. You are holding yourself back from really going forward because you're trying to do things right, I feel. Okay, potential outcome here is Judgment in reverse. I do feel that you may hit a bit of a wall here by ignoring some things here eventually, because eventually there are some things that you're going to have to face. So, like, I mean, I was giving this an example of some things that you're ignoring that are fine, but there are other things that you're ignoring, like this Queen of Swords, and I feel at some point you're going to have to face this Queen of Swords. You're going to have to acknowledge what this issue is here. Maybe for the weekend you can ignore it here, but it does feel like it is going to the potential outcome here is that you are being blocked from passing judgment here, in a sense. And I feel like it has to do with this. I feel like you probably have to have a heartfelt conversation with this Queen of Swords, and the advice here is to remember your love, remember to be supportive and caring, try not to, like, you know, meet swords with swords kind of thing here. But I mean, this is just for the weekend, so probably by the end of the weekend, you won't have quite, you're not going to be closing out this cycle just yet. There are some things that you're going to have to look back at and kind of learn what to do. And I feel part of this sort of unfinished business, if you want to call it, is dealing with this Queen of Swords, this pissed off energy over here. But you don't have to do it this weekend. I feel like it's not really something you have to deal with this weekend, but probably eventually. Okay, so if that resonates. So that's your reading, Libra, for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you this weekend in the current energy. What does Spirit want you to know for this weekend? Wow, those are like the best shuffles I've done this entire reading. I didn't even want to say anything throughout it because I was like, Oh my gosh. It's like the best shovels I've ever done. Okay. Spirit's like, shut up. We have this Chariot in reverse. The 7 of Coins in reverse. And the 6 of Wands. You can tell I'm not really good at reading Roman numerals upside down because I'm always like pausing. If I get a reverse, I'm like, especially when it's like 7, 6, 4. 6 and 4. Holy shit. Anyways. Overall energy. See, it's 7s. Wow, there's a lot of 7s. 777. That might be significant to you this weekend. The overall energy here, this can be your energy or the energy around you, is the 7 of Wands. This keeps popping up. The 7 of Wands. This is like the 4th reading that the 7 of Wands in reverse, I feel, has been popping up here. You know, this is a lot of letting your guard down. I feel for you, your energy here is you're just letting your guard down. You're being a little bit more vulnerable here. You're not being so resistant here. You're not pushing back as much anymore. 5 of Swords in reverse. It could be that you feel like you made a mistake. You made mistakes in the past. And it's like maybe you're not pushing back so much anymore. Oh, Strength. It can be that some of the mistakes that you made in the past were that you were being a little bit, yeah, guarded. You know, I'm getting here with Strength that it's more about you putting up a wall, like being, yes, very, you know, strong, like a strong person here for yourself, very protective of yourself here, but maybe that was kind of a mistake. Maybe that landed you in some hot water here. So now it feels like your energy is a little bit like, let's be a little bit more vulnerable here, a little less guarded, a little less resilience, not resilience, resistant. I mean, resilient maybe, but yeah, it's your overall energy. What's going on here, the incoming energy here, the 7 of Coins in reverse. You may be feeling like you've been preparing yourself for something and maybe you feel like you're not quite as prepared as you thought you were for something here. This feels like you thought you figured it all out, and like, because the 7 of Coins can be, you know, you've done everything that you could do and now you just wait. But it kind of feels like here, like you maybe haven't prepared as much as you thought you did. You maybe there were some things that you could have done. You could have done more, perhaps, in the situation here. And maybe now you're not so prepared, and it's causing a little bit of this Chariot in reverse. Energy is a little chaotic here. You know, not really in control of the direction things are going here. And I feel like some of it is because you've realized, you know, you've noticed that maybe you could have been better prepared for whatever's coming your way. I don't know what's coming your way, but yeah, maybe you could have been. That could be part of this energy of not really fighting it, like not really fighting back here. Maybe you just feel like you can't fight back because you're not as prepared as you thought you were here. Because I don't know, I feel like somebody might be paying more attention to you, or you're attracting some sort of attention to you, and I feel like that has got you a little going all out of whack here, because it's like, I wasn't prepared for this. I thought I was prepared for it, but I'm not really prepared for it. Okay, let's see what's going on in a connection here. So we have Justice in reverse and the Sun in reverse. All right, so I don't know who this is, but there is a connection here that you have with somebody, and their energy towards you is they're feeling like, how would I put this? There's something about like having the moral high ground. I don't know who does, if they think that you have it or if they think that they have it. There's something to do with like morals and ethics here. And their energy towards you is like they feel Like I kind of feel like they don't think that they have the moral high ground here. Like they don't feel like their energy towards you. Yeah, it's really strange. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of strange here. Because it feels something like that. Like they don't feel balanced ethically here with you. It kind of feels like a guilty conscience. I'll put it that way. Because when you start feeling like you're not balanced morally, I mean, usually it's because you did something that you're not really proud of here. So yeah, perhaps this person has a guilty conscience towards you for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, there's a bit of that. Maybe this person did something that wasn't really, following the quote law here, the rules here. Maybe this person cheated. I don't know. I'm not really getting cheating. I'm not getting cheating on you vibes here. I'm getting like this person, because I don't know if you're talking to this person. If you're not talking to this person, it feels like while you were in no communication, this person had done some things that they're not very proud of here. And like they know that you wouldn't approve of. That's what this feels like. It's like they've had this energy that they know that they've done some things that you wouldn't approve of, that you wouldn't like in some way here. Okay, whatever. the overall, not the overall, but the energy and the connection. Sorry. Sip of water. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so the energy and the connection here is the sun in reverse. Like, I feel like nobody's happy in this connection. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure if you're talking, because it feels like there's no communication right now. Because there are like literally the sun in reverse is like no communication. Like I don't think you're talking. I don't think anybody is really content here with the way that this connection is currently. I mean, definitely this person isn't, because yeah, they've got some things here that they got to deal with here. I don't even know if you're aware of this. You might not be. You might just start becoming aware of it. I don't know. Your energy this weekend. Knight of Coins. And the Eight of Coins in reverse. I feel like you are taking things one step at a time. Especially with this incoming energy here, where you don't really feel as prepared as you thought you were for whatever's coming towards you, and it's kind of like throwing you off here. I feel like the way that you're dealing with it is, I'm going to take things one step at a time. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to take my time here and really like see what's going on before I make any sort of like actions or like, yeah, moves or decisions here. What may hold you back is you might overthink things. Well, not overthink. You might overdo it here, I should say. Because when I say overdo it, I mean, I don't really know what you're overdoing, but it just feels like you might put in too much effort into like you might put too much time, too much energy into the situation than you need to. There's a possibility of that might hold you back here. You are trying to take your time here, but taking your time, you might spend too much time on this, whatever it is, this situation. Okay, let's see. 8 of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands here. Oh, so this no communication, I feel like somebody's trying to get your attention here. Somebody does want to talk to you. Somebody does want to start some sort of dialogue here with you. Because there isn't a dialogue here. Because you're not talking. You're not talking. I feel like it might be you that isn't talking because you're not. I don't know who wants to start the dialogue here. This is just something that you're going to have to, that may cause an issue here for you this weekend, because it feels like there's somebody who's paying attention here to you, paying attention that the lack of communication that you have with them, because it's like they feel like they want to say something to you, they want to tell you something, you know, they want to share some news here with you, possibly. Here, like, it doesn't feel like spying, it just feels like, you know, they're actually giving you attention, like, you know, kind of reaching out in a way. It's very strange. Okay, what's the advice here for you, Scorpio? The Queen of Cups in reverse. Don't get too attached to this situation here, emotionally attached. Try not to look desperate. Try not to seem very clingy or needy or any of that here. I mean, that just seems like in general, but with this situation here, because like I said, there's somebody here that I feel is yeah, watching you, but they're paying attention to you here, and they know that nothing has happened here. Like there's been either a delay or there hasn't been any communication here, but it's like somebody wants to start something here with you. It can even be that these are two energies here. It can be that somebody may be paying more attention to you because there's somebody else who's talking to you. You know, they're like, oh, somebody else is talking to Scorpio. Maybe I should pay attention to Scorpio here, but there isn't any movement going on here. I feel the advice here is to try not to get too emotionally involved in all of this here. I feel like you're doing fine here by taking your time and, you know, taking things slow here, taking things one step at a time here. You do not need to involve too many of your emotions here, because I don't see them here, and I feel like Spirit here is almost like a warning, saying don't let your emotions get in the way here, in a sense. Yeah, I feel like your actions here, with the Ten of Cups in reverse, your actions here are because it's like whatever this connection is that isn't working out here, or that there is no communication in, your actions are in relation to that. Here this weekend, if you're taking things slow, doesn't matter what you're taking slow in, like I don't know, maybe if you were going to go out somewhere, you're being very sort of careful about where you go and like who you talk to and what you do. You know, it's all because of this connection that hasn't worked out. That's fine here, but just try not to, like, don't get too emotionally attached here. Like, don't do things because you think that this person, you know, isn't going to approve or something. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. Like, it almost feels like don't let your actions be because you're afraid or you're worried about how somebody will think or how somebody will judge you or something along those lines. Like, because like this person I feel has some sort of guilty conscience here. Like they've done things that you wouldn't approve of. So I feel like you don't need to prove anything to this person. So try not to get too emotionally involved in the situation here. So what is the potential outcome? Hermit in reverse. Okay, I feel like the potential outcome for this weekend, I do feel you kind of isolating yourself away from whatever's going on here. If there are two people here, if there's somebody who's paying more attention to you because somebody's talking to you, I just feel like you're like, fuck them. And you're just kind of be like, I don't want to deal with any of it. You know, I'm just going to be on my own here. And you may start to overthink things here as well. That goes back to sort of this 8 of coins here, you know, overdoing it here. See, I did say overthinking. There is overthinking here. So just be cautious of that. Be very wary of how much time and effort that you put into this situation, because I feel like this is something that has just recently come up for you. You know, I feel like you probably were doing other things and then this has distracted you away from your path. You know, the Chariot in reverse, it's kind of veered you off course on the course that you were on. You were on a course here, and then it's like somebody started paying attention to you, and now you've kind of like swerved off the road. Try not to let it, you know, Try not to let this whole situation veer you off the path that you were already on here, because it does feel like you might be spending a little more time, a little more energy, and a little more thought about what the fuck is going on here. But it does seem the potential outcome here is a lot of thinking, a lot of over analyzing, a lot of, you know, overthinking about what does all this mean, because I feel like there's just gonna be more things that are to think about as the weekend goes on. So okay, I mean, that's your reading, Scorpio, for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck, take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you this weekend. In the current energy, what does Spirit want you to know about this weekend? What's going on? Okay, do you mind? I guess not. Okay, I see the Seven of Wands. Again, I was just saying for Scorpio's reading, Seven of Wands in reverse has been coming out a lot. Seems to be like one of the main energies this weekend. Nine of Swords in reverse and the Four of Coins. Your overall energy here is the Page of Coins in reverse. This can be your energy. This can be the energy around you. I'm getting very clueless energy here. I feel like overall this weekend, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, this is like, I don't know what to do. This is like very clueless, having no direction, not really knowing what you're doing, where you're going. Just like, it's like, where is this coming from? Ace of Wands. So you might have had some sort of idea, or something may have sparked some sort of interest, some sort of attraction here. And because of that, you might be attracted to somebody and you're just gonna like, I don't know what to do about this energy here. Yeah, I feel Queen of Swords. It's like you figured something out. You figured out some truth here, and it's like bing, like this is like the light bulb going off in your head, basically, or maybe more between what's between your legs, I should say. The light bulb going off there, and it's like, oh wow, like very wanting something, desiring something here, having that. This is like almost like, okay, this is happening kind of thing. And now it's like, oh wait, shit, I don't know what to do. What do I do? What do I do about this? That's what it feels like. I mean, this can be you. This can be the energy around you. Yeah, okay. So, the energy that's coming towards you, I feel this is kind of you here. This feels like your energy. The energy that's coming towards you, the Nine of Swords in reverse, this is clarity. Having some sort of clarity over something that you've been stressing out about. It's like, why was I stressing out all about this? You know, why was I stressing out all about this? Because it's actually very good, you know, it's very desirable here. You know, it's the bing, like the light bulb going off here. It's like, wow, I shouldn't have been stressing out about this. I figured out what to do here. Or I figured something out. That's that Queen of Swords. I figured it out. I figured something out here. And now it's like, okay, I don't need to fight anymore. I can just be very like, you know, open. Like, I don't have to resist here anymore, because it's like I have treasure here. The Four of Coins, especially in this deck, is possessing something of value here. It's like, I have something that's valuable here. I don't need to like fight it off or anything here. It's like I have in possession something that's quite valuable here, and it's almost like I don't even feel like I need to protect it that much here, because you've had this sort of clarity. There's some sort of clarity you've had about a situation that maybe you, I don't know, maybe you thought that you had to be more guarded than, but now this sort of clarity's come through and it's like, maybe I don't have to sort of like protect this, whatever you find valuable here. Maybe I don't have to protect it as much as I thought. That's what it feels like. I don't have to fight as hard as I thought I did. Because it's like, it almost felt like it was like treasure, almost, it could have even felt like treasure that you couldn't reach, you know, unattainable. But it's like now maybe it feels more attainable to you and you think that it is. So now it's like, what do I do? Okay, connection, 3 of Wands, King of Cups. That's cute. So I don't know who this is, but there's somebody here. Their energy towards you is the 3 of Wands. They're kind of waiting. They're waiting for, I don't know what they're waiting for. Usually the 3 of Wands is somebody who's watching ships come in. You know, they're waiting for a ship to come in here. It can be this person's waiting for a sign. They're, you know, they haven't moved on to the 4 of Wands. You know, this is the 3 of Wands is, you know, you're standing there, maybe like you're at the door or whatever. You haven't quite knocked on the door yet. You know, this is somebody who is preparing themselves, you know, to move forward here in this connection, because the 3 of Wands leads to the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands, when we're talking about connections here, is, you know, it's a relationship. You know, it's having some stability in a connection. It can be a relationship, but it's mostly having that stability in the connection here. And this person is, they're waiting for something. I don't know what they're waiting for. It can be a sign. They're just waiting for something before they can move to the 4 of Wands with you, before they can move to more stability here in this connection here with you. I feel the energy in the connection is the King of Cups. I feel that both of you have a lot of feelings for each other, but you're keeping it to yourselves. That can be what this 4 of Coins is, you know, keeping your feelings kind of locked up here and almost feeling like, you know, maybe I don't have to keep, like, be on guard on how I feel as much anymore. Like, that's what it feels like. Okay, your energy. The Fool in reverse, the 7 of Coins. Okay, I feel like your energy is yeah, there is an energy that you just kind of want to go for it here. Whatever this situation is, it's like, I want to go for it, but you feel like it's best if you hold back. You feel like it's best if maybe if you play things a little safe here, but I feel that you want to, we have to show it again. I want to start something here. You know, that's this energy. The Fool here, that's this Ace of Wands energy. But what's holding you back here is like, I don't know what to do. You know, that clueless type of energy here. And that's why the Fool's in reverse. You know, it's like, I want to do something, but it's like, I really don't even really know what to do. You know, the Fool can also be kind of naive. And, you know, the Page of Coins is naive. And like, I don't know what to do. I mean, that's also here. It's like, I don't know how to start something here, but I want to start something here. I just don't know how to start something here. What might hold you back is the 7 of Coins. I mean, this is waiting energy. The 7 of Coins is also reviewing things. You might get stuck in a bit of a loop here where you keep, like, you know, reviewing things. If it's to do with a connection here, you might be like replaying conversations, rereading conversations that you had, like in texts or whatever, and just kind of reevaluating and almost like analyzing, you know, what was said. Like, what did it mean when they said this? What is it like, you know, like when somebody puts emojis and it's like, what did that emoji mean? Like, what was the smiley emoji? What did that mean? Oh, they did a winky face. Like, does that mean, like, were they flirting with me? Like, that can get you, that can hold you back a bit if you start reviewing everything and going over things too much here. Yeah. Ace of Coins in reverse, Emperor in reverse. So this is something that could be an issue here for you this weekend with the situation here. I feel like what might happen here is you might miss out on an opportunity here because it wasn't the perfect opportunity. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes we wait for everything to line up and for things to be perfect. Like, I'm not going to say anything unless, like, you know, all the stars align and everything. And sometimes that happens, but very rarely does it happen. Do we get the perfect opportunity here? And I feel this weekend you might miss out on an opportunity here because you kind of let your ego get in the way and being like, well, it's not exactly how I wanted it to go down. You know, think of it like somebody who, you know, wants to have the perfect first kiss, and like you want everything to line up. You want it to be like very romantic, and you want to be alone and it'd be like really nice, and like you're trying to almost like manufacture the perfect kiss. And by trying to do that, you end up not even doing it because you're trying to wait for that perfect moment, like in the movies or something. And instead, you're just missing out on all these opportunities when you could have done it. Maybe it wasn't completely perfect, like the perfect moment, but I mean, you would have done it, right? So that's what this energy feels like. It feels like you might miss out on an opportunity here because it's not going exactly the way that you wanted it to go. Yeah. Okay, so that's something that you're gonna have to deal with. What's the advice here? The Sun. Oh, stay positive. The advice here is, whatever you're doing this weekend, stay positive. Try to find the always look on the bright side of life. Do 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 do. That's literally what that is. Like, just stay positive. Look on the good sides of things. Try to keep that glass half full. We want to be optimistic here. Stay optimistic here. Stay happy. Do things that make you happy. I know that sounds kind of stupid. It's like, why would you do things that don't make you happy? Well, sometimes people do things that don't make them happy. And like, find things that bring you joy, that spark joy for you. Find those things and try to stay positive this weekend, no matter what happens. I don't know why. That's just the advice. Your actions. 6 of Coins in reverse. I'm getting a little bit like whatever you're doing might come off as kind of begging. It's not begging, but it like maybe kind of desperate. I don't know. Just be careful of your actions here. You might come off as like there's either that, or you're not giving as much as you're taking. You know what I mean? So like, if we're dealing with a person here, another person, maybe this person's giving a lot more to you than you're giving to the situation here. Like, maybe you're just giving bare minimum or something, and maybe they're going over and beyond. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's like, it feels like whatever you're giving to the situation is not as much, or you're expecting more from a situation here. You're expecting to get more. That's where that sort of desperate begging type of energy is coming in here. Just be aware of that, aware of your actions. Potential outcome here. Oh, we have death. This actually isn't bad. What I feel from this is a change. Whatever this is that's going on here, the potential outcome by the end of the weekend is something is changing here. There's some sort of transition that's going on here. I feel like that's why Spirit is like, stay positive, be happy here, because this isn't, yes, it's an ending, but it's an ending of one thing so that a new thing can begin. Letting go of what was, so what will be can happen. The future. Remember, your person's energy here is they're looking towards the future with you. They see a future with you. Stay positive about that. Remember that their energy here is they see something in the future here with you. So whatever's going on here, something may have to, something's got to give here in order to make room for the future here. And I always give the example of like a buffet. You have a plate. You only have so much that you can have on your plate when you go to the buffet. You can fill your plate up, and then when you sit down, if you want to go back to the buffet and get some more, you have to make space on your plate. Either you eat it, you consume it, you would ever experience it, or you chuck it, you get rid of it. and you go, okay, well, maybe I was feeling the short ribs, but like maybe not so much. Maybe I'm not feeling. I mean, you shouldn't waste food, but if it just sits on your plate, you're not going to eat it, and it's just going to sit there, and then it's just going to get cold and disgusting and gross. You're like, so you might as well just throw it out or do something with it. Get it off your plate so that you can go and you can get what you really want. Maybe you want, I don't know, roast beef or something. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been to a buffet in like fucking 3 years. So like, like you just, yeah, you need to make space on your plate. I'm just thinking, like, will buffets like exist? I don't know. I shouldn't ramble like this, but it just seems like something that in the world we live in, I don't know, buffets don't really make much sense. Anyways, okay, that's your reading, Sagittarius, for this weekend. I don't know, maybe you're going to a buffet this weekend. I would like to go to a buffet. I haven't been to one, like I said, in 3 years. I think it was like the last thing I did before. No, it wasn't. It was one of the last things I did before. Anyways, that's your reading, Sagittarius, for the weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you this weekend in the current energy. What does Spirit want you to know for this weekend or the next few days? Let's see what's going on. Okay. 10 of Coins in reverse, King of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay. Your overall energy is a 6 of Wands in reverse. This can be your energy. This can be the energy around you. Before I say anything. Okay. I was wondering, because I was feeling failure from that, and I was like, why? Where is this failure coming from? I'm like, is it? I'm like, I mean, I'm not going to second guess myself. Failure, that is what's coming off of this. You might be feeling like you failed in something here. Why? Because it's almost because there's some regrets here for the things that happened, for the way you handled some situations here in your past. Here it just feels like there's a bit of, you know, I should have done better. I should have did things differently here, and that is fueling this energy of feeling like you failed at something here. Okay, that's your overall energy here for this weekend. The incoming energy here, though, is I feel like this is you, the King of Wands. You have an idea. This is nice. There's something here that you want to do. I don't know what it is. Jafar, I've spoken about this somewhere in some other reading before, but Jafar he is a visionary. He has ideas, but it's not that he just has ideas. You know, he knows how to execute his ideas. It's like he had an idea of getting this lamp, and you know, he actually was successful. You know, he did get the lamp retrieved. You know, he did his research. He found where the Cave of Wonders would be, you know, and he made a plan, and he tricked Aladdin, you know, to go and get it for him. Like, he had a whole thing, and you know, he had a vision of being Sultan here. And you know, even though he's a villain, I mean, he still did the work, and he was able to kind of execute it. And I feel like that's your incoming energy here, Capricorn, is that you have an idea, you have a vision of how you want something to happen, how you want to do something here, and I feel like you're prepared to do it here. I feel like you're going out of your comfort zone here with the 10 of Coins. You know, this is something that is outside of what you normally would do. I don't know what this is. I mean, it is King of Wands. I mean, Capricorn, you're an earth sign, and you're embodying a lot of fire energy here. So it can be that, like, this is completely like out of the norm, out of your comfort zone, out of what you find secure here for you. It can be because you want to, there's some sort of, I would say passion. You have some sort of passion that you want to move towards. I don't know if this is a person. It can be a person here. You might be you might be interested in somebody here that has caught your eye, or this can just be like a passion project. You have this idea of something that you've maybe always wanted to do, you know, and it is out of your comfort zone. Like, it's like maybe you've always wanted to go skydiving or something, and it's something that's way out of your comfort zone, but you know, you've had this idea of how you're going to do it, and you're going to make the plan and you're going to execute it, because it's like you're moving towards this. You want to do this thing here. I feel it does feel a little bit of a midlife crisis. I'm not going to lie here, because your overall energy is like having regrets, you know, and feeling like you failed in something here. A lot of this does feel a little bit of midlife crisis energy here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's, you know, that's the best way I can describe the energy here. Let's see, connection, Queen of Wands. Oh, Queen of Wands. Oh, okay, Ten of Swords. Oh, ooh, okay. That was a little range of emotions there for me. I put down the Queen of Wands because I was like, oh, Queen of Wands, this person, divine couple. And then I put down 10 swords. I'm like, oh, it's over. Okay. So the connection you have here, their energy towards you, I do feel the Queen of Wands energy, they are matching here, or you're matching more their energy. You know, a little bit of this King of Wands energy could be coming from this Queen. This is somebody who I don't feel like you're together with. I feel there was a breakup probably here with the Ten of Swords. But the energy of the connection is here almost to show that your King of Wands energy seems to be coming from this Queen of Wands. Seems to be coming from this person, whether you realize that or not. This person could have been a fire sign. This Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's like how this person presented themselves. You know, somebody who is very confident in themselves, somebody, you know, the queen here, the evil queen, she also is a bit of a visionary as well. She goes after the things that she wants too. You know, I mean, not that it was for the best of reasons, but I mean, they're all villains here, but I mean, she did have a plan as well. You know, she had a plan with Snow White, and she also put into action her plan. And she, you know, she made herself look like the old lady. She had an apple. She prepared an apple. It was poison. She had this whole thing where she's gonna like put Snow White to sleep, and then she'd be asleep, and then she'd be free to be the fairest one of them all and everything. Like, she had a whole plan laid out, and she did it. She executed the plan, and really, honestly, her plan worked. Her plan actually worked. I mean, of course, she couldn't have known that a fucking prince would stumble upon her and decide for whatever reason I'm gonna kiss her. I mean, like, she probably thought, like, the chances of that fucking happening is, like, 1 in a million type of thing. So, honestly, this Queen of Wands, she had a plan. She did it. And, you know, she was very confident in herself, and why wouldn't she? She actually succeeded, really. She got Snow White to beat the apple and everything. She actually succeeded in her plans. So, some of this energy, I'm not saying that this Queen of Wands is evil, but this confident energy here that this person embodies, I feel, is what is fueling a little bit of your King of Wands energy here. You're, you know, wanting to do something for yourself here. You know, that's nice. I like it. It doesn't matter where it comes from, right? Your energy. Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I feel like your energy here in this situation, yes, you're going out of your comfort zone, but also it's confusing because now it's like, because if you were stuck in one way, in your old ways here, you know, you only have the one option. You know, you just do the things how you normally would. But now that you're stepping out of this, out of your comfort zone, you have many options now. You can do a lot of things now, and that can be a little overwhelming, a little confusing, because it's like, so which one is the right one? What do I do here? Like, what? I don't want to, I know it's weird to say, but it is a little bit of what would this Queen of Wands do? I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of where this energy is coming from. So yeah, it is a little like, what would this Queen of Wands do? What would they, how would they do things here? I mean, it's not bad, it's just it's just how the energy is here. What might hold you back here is the Nine of Swords. It is having clarity because it is thinking a little too much here. What might hold you back is, let's take the example of jumping out of a plane, like going skydiving here again. What might hold you back is if you think about it a little too much. You know, if you, yeah, because it's like, okay, I want to go skydiving, that seems fun. But if you start thinking about like the logistics and everything and what could go wrong and like statistics and all that stupid bullshit, it might hold you back. So like, try not to think too much about things here. Like, don't get in your head, don't get too stressed out. Don't worry too much about, you know, how many options you have or what you're doing here, because that might hold you back. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords. An issue that may come up this weekend is you might find that, see, the Knight of Wands here really goes after it. Knight of Wands is very focused on what it is that they want. They, you know, they keep their eye on the prize here. Just be careful that you aren't kind of, you know, just thinking about you here, because that could be a bit of an issue here if you kind of are skirting your responsibilities or not really thinking about how this is going to affect you in the long run. Like, it feels, like I said, this feels a little like a midlife crisis. It's like really only thinking about the now, which is fine, but like, don't forget about how will this impact you later. So like, let's say like you want to take up some sort of extreme sport, but it's like, okay, that's great, but just, you know, be aware, like, you know, how is this going to affect you in like, you know, a few weeks from now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like, I know it's like this sort of instant gratification type of energy here of like, I just want to do something now because I just want to do something now. Just be aware, like, that can be a bit, yeah, that can be a bit problematic here. What's the advice? The advice here for you is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody who knows things. The Queen of Swords is somebody who seeks out the truth and who is only interested in the facts, really. I mean, she does feel things, she does care about things, but, you know, when she's looking at things, she's not including how she feels about something into the matter here. And that seems to be what the advice here is for you from Spirit, is when you're looking at things, when you're looking at information and you're like doing research and trying to find things, try to remove your emotions a little bit from the equation here, because it does feel like perhaps you might get a little consumed by your emotions here. So maybe by looking at things very factual here, I don't know. I don't really know why that's the advice here. I'll be honest. It's just, it is there. It is like, you know, try to, you know, look more into things, look in the details of things, you know, read the fine print, I suppose, here. Make sure you know what's what here. Like I see her, the evil stepmother, you know, she made fucking sure that when she read that invitation to the ball, you know, she read every line of that to make sure she was really well aware of what all the rules were, because she wanted to make sure that her daughters had the best advantage in getting, you know, possibly marrying the prince here. I mean, she totally knew that Cinderella was eligible, but like, yeah, she didn't say anything about that. She ignored that. But anyways, that's because she's a villain. But she did read that. She did read that whole thing, and she made sure that she understood everything. And I feel like that's kind of, you know, the advice here is like, make sure you really understand what you're getting into before you, like, yeah, just kind of make sure. Your actions. Yeah, the Three of Swords here. I do feel like your actions are being fueled by heartache here. This, whatever this connection was here that ended, I can't, it does feel a bit of a midlife crisis here because you feel like you failed in something here. You have regrets about something here. Perhaps it was a relationship. I don't know, you went down one path, okay? So you had a choice. You could go down two paths. The path that you went down in life, it's like you're having regrets now, or you're like looking back on the things that you didn't do here, like the things that you failed in. And it does feel like your actions this weekend are being a little fueled by, you know, some hard truths that you've come to realize about yourself here. Let's see, potential outcome. We have death in reverse. I feel potentially the potential outcome here is I don't feel that you're moving on from something here. Like I feel like you're still holding on to a situation here, possibly this connection here, that it doesn't matter that you're doing all these things, that the potential outcome here is that you may still be holding on to this connection. I mean, there's a reason why this connection shows up. The connection's showing up here in your reading, and it's clear to me that this is over. I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry if that's triggering, but I mean, it is, and yet it's still showing up in your reading. So yes, I feel like by the end of the weekend here, no matter any of the things that you do here, the King of Wands and all that, I feel like you still have not let go of something here that is holding you back, you know, something that isn't serving you anymore. You're still holding on to it. You still refuse to let it go. So, okay. That's your reading, Capricorn, for this weekend, for the last weekend of July here. So thanks for watching. Good luck, take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you this weekend in the current energy. What does Spirit want you to know this weekend? That was a terrible shuffle. What does Spirit want you to know this weekend? What can you expect for this weekend? And I followed it by an equally terrible shuffle again. Alright, Aquarius. Yeah, oh. Tower in reverse, the Hermit, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Your overall energy is the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's gonna be your energy, the energy around you. I feel like something isn't getting off the ground here with you. I don't know what it is. Oh. Well, whatever it is, it's not getting off the ground because you are in... It's because of you. I feel this is your energy, the Emperor in reverse. It can be that it's like it's not the way that you wanted it to go, so that's why it's not going anywhere. It's like you almost had something very specific in mind and how you want something to start here, and you're unable to start something here, like, because it's not the way that you want it to start. So it's like, so I'm not going to start it until it's the exact way that I want it to start. This isn't good energy, I'm going to tell you that. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, Queen of Swords. It's like you know what you want, and you're being a little stubborn here, and that you're not going to start something until it happens the exact way that you want it. Okay, I feel like you're going to get past this energy because I can see it here. Because your energy here, the incoming energy, is the Hermit. You're going to spend your weekend alone if you keep up this energy, because you're spending your weekend here thinking about things on your own. Just leave me alone. I just want to think about things here. I feel part of that is you are taking a look at, so the Tower in reverse. It can also mean it's not just about wanting to prevent things from happening here, like bad things from happening here. In this case, it feels more about how are you reacting to the tower that is happening around you. I feel like that is where you're thinking here, because I do feel you're kind of struggling here. You're struggling. There is a tower happening here. This is part of the reason why you're spending some time alone here to think about things. There are things here that are happening that are giving you a new perspective on a lot of things here. I don't know about a lot of things, but something suddenly has gone on in your life recently here that has made you have to look at things differently here. The tower in this deck, especially, the tower in this deck, with it being about Tangled, Rapunzel, is all about perspectives, shattering perspectives. It's like the wool that was over your eyes is just suddenly ripped off your face, and now you can see clearly what is going on, and you're just like, wow, like it's a lot to take in, because this is things like, we're talking about things that you have thought were one way your entire life, and suddenly it's different. Like, here's an example. Let's say your parents, I'll give you something that would be very shocking. Let's say like your parents have been married, they've been together for like, I don't know, like 20 years or more, and out of the blue your dad comes out and is like, I'm a woman. Like, I don't feel like a man. I've always felt that I'm a woman, and you know, that just changes your perception. You know, it doesn't mean that you think it's bad or anything. It's just now you have to look at your dad in a different way, because he isn't a he anymore. He is a she, and he's always been a she, and that makes you think about things and think about the way that you've interacted with your dad, and the way that, you know, you're going to interact with your dad now, and like how you see your dad and what your relationship is with them now. And you know, it's a lot of things to take in, and it just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's that type of energy. I'm not psychic. I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but it's something like that. Something big in your life that has always been kind of a constant, and now it's suddenly very different. There's something very different about it. And I feel like this weekend you're taking some time to really think about, how are you reacting to this? So let's take the example of, again, like maybe this isn't your dad. Maybe this is your friend's dad, and you're kind of on the outside looking at this. And it's like, so how are you going to react to your friend now? Like, how are you going to handle this? You know, it's not really your tower, it's your friend's tower, but it is kind of affecting you. And it's like, so how am I going to react to it? I mean, I feel like this is directly happening to you, the tower, but it is in a way like, how are you going to deal with this situation here? Because you're struggling right now, and you're really thinking about it. And I feel like it's like there is a bit of a stubborn energy here of like, well, I can't start something until things go exactly the way that I want it. It is a bit childish, I'm not gonna lie. It does feel that way. You know, the emperor, you know, is all the kings in one, and this emperor in reverse has a lot of the king of cups in reverse. The king of cups in reverse is somebody who can be a little dramatic, act a little childish, temper tantrums. Feels a little like that, not gonna lie. The energy here, it's like, well, I'm not gonna start anything until I get it to be the way that I want it to be. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that you have to deal with this tower. I don't think that you're really dealing with the tower. I think the way that you're reacting to it is this way. This emperor in reverse, and like, I'm not going to start anything, I'm not going to do anything here until I get my way. If it wants to, there, yeah, until I get my way. Okay, Aquarius, let's see, connection. Oh, a connection you have here with someone. I don't know who this is. Their energy towards you is, they're kind of stressed out. You stress them out. I don't know what that means. I don't know why. I don't know why you stress them out, but you do stress them out in some way. You cause them some anxiety here. This person might be having trouble sleeping because of you. I don't really know the context of that here, but it's the energy. That is the energy that's here. This person is thinking about you. They can't really stop thinking about you, and it causes some anxieties here for this person. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, I'll be honest. The energy in the connection is the Queen of Coins. The energy in the connection is fairly stable. I would say it's fine, because the Queen of Coins to me represents somebody who's fine. She's good. She's good. She's fine. I don't really know what else to say. You know, she's pretty good. I do feel the connection has matured in some level here. I don't know what happened, but there is something that has gone on here that has this connection. It's not juvenile. It feels adult. I don't know how else to say it. It just feels more mature now than perhaps than what it once was. There's more of a mature feeling here in this connection, but it's, for the most part, it's fine. It's not really giving me anything else, I'll be honest. Yeah, okay. That is what it is. Your energy, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, you're thinking a lot. Your energy here, I feel like, you know what, I will say something that is positive here. You're not running away from this tower. You aren't, yeah, you're not running away from this tower. I feel like you are sticking around, and that is very positive here in this energy here. I feel like you kind of are a little lost, though. You know, you're kind of going around in circles here. You don't really know which direction to go, but at least you're not running away from the situation. So I think that is a plus here. What might hold you back here, the King of Swords. It's kind of a smarty pants energy here. You are thinking a lot here, and you might think yourself a bit into a corner here, I feel. It's not like overthinking, it's just being too smart for your own good. Yeah, thinking is good, you know, but you need to balance that out with feeling. So yes, I mean, you are an air sign, you do a lot of thinking. That's just what you do. That's kind of like your go-to move here. There are a lot of swords here, but you know, don't forget, you know, to feel things out as well here. So it might hold you back to only be thinking about swords. It might hold you back to only make your decisions based off of swords, based off of thinking, and not really like how you're feeling about things. Ah, see? King of Cups and the Four of Wands. I knew this is a problem for you. These are issues that you have problems with. The King of Cups. I told you, this Emperor feels a lot like the King of Cups in reverse. It is very, yeah, it just feels, it feels like temper tantrum-y. It's not good. It's not good energy. And that's part of what's here. What you're fighting with is stabilizing your own emotions here within yourself. That's what you're struggling with here. Part of what you're struggling with here when it comes to how you're reacting to this tower event, this shocking event that's going on around you, that's changed all your perspectives here. You're struggling with trying to find some sort of stability here in controlling your emotions. I feel like you've got the thinking part down, but when it comes to your emotions, it's like, it almost feels like you're not really dealing with your emotions here because you have trouble with it. It's like if you start feeling, it's like it just goes out of control kind of thing. So you're having a hard time stabilizing your emotions here, stabilizing it so that you can just kind of, you know, keep control of your emotions here. It can also be that maybe you're struggling with somebody else who seems to not be sharing how they're feeling. They're keeping it all inside here because they want to keep things stable here. It's like they don't want to rock the boat here with you, and they're not really giving anything to you emotionally as well, and that can also be a problem here for you. That could be something that you're struggling with. It can be, you know, this connection here. This person, whoever this is, you know, they might be keeping a lot of their emotions to themselves here, because all I get from the connection is that, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's stable here. But it could be that they're keeping the reason why the connection is fine and stable, it could be because they're keeping their emotions inside. They're not really, you know, rocking the boat here. And that could be a bit of a problem here for you as well. Advice here from Spirit is the Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, don't emotionally detach yourself from the situation here. I mean, this is the advice here. The Four of Cups is someone who doesn't do anything because, you know, they don't want to get emotionally involved here. I do feel that the advice here is not to go that route. You know, try not to emotionally detach yourself here and just do nothing. Because I know that that's easier. It's easier to just kind of ignore things and do nothing. But Spirit, the advice here is that maybe you shouldn't do that. You should do something here. So let's see, what are your actions here? The Ten of Swords in reverse. I feel like whatever you're doing here is you're just causing yourself more pain. If you're not doing anything, because it seems the advice here is don't just sit and do nothing here because you don't want to get emotionally involved. Because it's just going to cause more pain. The Ten of Swords here, this is pain that needs to end. It's like you need to deal with this pain, and it feels like whatever you're doing in this situation, you're not dealing with the pain here. You're not, yeah, like that's what I said, at least you're not running away from the situation, but it doesn't feel like you're really dealing with it as well. At least not this weekend. And, you know, that's fine. I mean, you're still thinking about it. This could be quite fresh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know when this happened or how long ago it happened. Potential outcome here. Oh, Four of Coins in reverse. I feel like the potential outcome is you are probably going to become a little more vulnerable here. I feel like eventually, by the end of this weekend, you may open up a little. I don't feel like it's a lot. I feel like it's a little. But yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of fours here as well. So fours may be significant, like 4, 4, 4. Or just focusing on stability, you know. I mean, I can see that with the Tower, you know, you want stability here in your life. And I mean, that is what this whole energy is about. Like, I'm not starting anything until it goes my way. Exactly. It's my way or the highway. And if it's not my way, then I'm not starting anything. I get that here. It's like you want that stability. You want that control here, because when the Tower shows up, that means you don't have control, because you rarely have control over when something just shows up, but you got to deal with it. If you don't, it's just going to cause more pain here. But I do feel the potential outcome is to kind of let go a little bit here, you know, be a little more vulnerable, less protective of yourself here and of your emotions here. It does seem that way, which could be good, but it only feels small, and it's minor arcana. So yeah, a lot of this can change, I'll be honest, because a lot of it's minor arcana. Energy's fluid, you know, everybody's got free will. You've got free will. You know, you could just do something after I finish this reading that just completely just nullifies a lot of this. So I don't know. Okay. So that's your reading, Aquarius, for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck this weekend. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you this weekend in the current energy. What does Spirit want you to know for this weekend? What's going on for Pisces? Okay, we have the Ace of Coins, the Devil, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Your overall energy is the Sun. Who else got the Sun? Was it Libra? I think Libra also was pretty sunny here. Yeah, I feel like your energy, the overall energy, this can be your energy or the energy around you, but I feel like your energy, things are becoming very clear for you this weekend. The overall energy is you're getting a lot of clarity. You know, the sun shines brightly. You know, there were things that, you know, deceptions, lies here, things that you just did not trust here, and you are getting some clarity on these things. There are some things that, you know, that I don't know if it's you or people lied to you. I really don't know what the situation is here. It could have been somebody tried to lie to you. It could have been like a scam. Somebody tried to manipulate you, tried to take advantage of you in some way here. The Magician, this is somebody who's being very tricky here, tried to pull one over on you, but it's like, you know what, Pisces, because you're so intuitive and you're Pisces, and Pisces, you know, they can sense things. A lot of Pisces are very empathic here. You saw through this bullshit. That's what it feels. It feels like, you know, like, ha, I know that this is a scam. I know you're trying to take advantage of me. I know you're trying to get something out of me here. I know you're lying. You see right through this. That's your overall energy. The energy that's coming toward you. This devil feels, I will tell you, it feels exactly like this Magician. Whoever this devil is this person here. Same energy. Same fucking energy. This is somebody who's trying to tempt you with something here, because it feels like whatever they've got that they're trying, like they have something here and they're trying to tempt you with it. And they're trying to tempt you with like things that are like, look, it's a new opportunity. It's a great opportunity for you because, you know, you'll find the love of your life. I don't know. It just feels like a big scam. This just feels like somebody's just talking out their ass. Are you getting scammed by like another reader? This is what this feels like. You know, like a lot of the, especially the bigger readers, if you read their comments, there's a lot of people there that are like, hey, you know, message me on, was it WhatsApp here for, and I'll tell you if this person is going to come back to you or whatever. They go in the comments and then put all some, this, I mean, this can be kind of this here, like maybe somebody's trying to tempt you here with that. I don't know. Somebody's trying to tempt you with like opportunities, like new money, new love. They're trying to tempt you real bad here, you know, with everything. Like they're trying to get at your feelings. They're trying to get at your finances here. This, yeah, but I do see that you see through this. So it doesn't, like, it is a big deal, but it also doesn't feel like a big deal because Pisces, you're smarter than this. You're using your intuition. You know this is bullshit. So, yeah, this is the energy that's coming towards you. So I wouldn't be surprised if this weekend, if somebody tries to take advantage of you, try to scam you, lie to you, deceive you, you know, one way or another. I don't know who it is, but let's see here. Connection. High Priestess. Oh. This looks like an ex. This person's hiding things. Is it possible that whoever this Magician is, you know, with this devil energy that's trying to tempt you, it could be somebody from your past. It could be, or not, like, yeah, it can be a past. You know, there's no mistakes when I say things like that. It could be a former ex here. It could be somebody from your past. It doesn't have to be an ex. It can just be somebody that you had a really good relationship with. It can be like a friend, a best friend here. Somebody who you were really close with the Ten of Cups here, because the energy in this connection is that it's not going so well. You have, or had, I should say, a really good connection with this person, but it's not going so well here, and their energy towards you is they're keeping secrets. It feels very similar to this devil and the Magician energy there, so it can be that this is the person that is trying to pull one over on you. Maybe you see their true colors. You see who they actually are. You're not fooled. Because it does feel like it's somebody you know. I don't know, I just get that feeling. Yeah, your energy, we have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Empress. Yeah, I do feel that this is somebody who you know, somebody who you were quite close with. I mean, your energy here is you're heartbroken by this. It does feel like somebody's trying to get money out of you or something. Like, it's like they're trying to pull at your heartstrings here to get you to invest in some opportunity here when they're really just trying to rip you off. And I think you see through this, and it kind of breaks your heart that this person's doing it, because I feel like you and this person used to have a really close connection here with the Ten of Cups. Like, this is somebody who you had some really good relationship here that was like, you know, happy. You were happy, you know, with the relationship you had with this person. It could have been a former, like, you know, partner here, or a best friend. Could be family, but I feel it's more along the lines of like friends and partners here. Somebody that you would have had a lot of love for, and it's like, it's heartbreaking that they would be doing this, it feels. I feel it might hold you back is this Empress energy, that you do want to support them, because it does feel like this person, they might kind of try to pull on your heartstrings and something, and say something like, I really need the money because, you know, I need it for medicine, or like I need it, you know, to bail me out of jail or something like that. Like, I mean, I feel like they're really gonna try to pull on your heartstrings here, but it's all lies. You know, they're not being truthful here. They're trying to manipulate you, and you see through this, and it hurts. And you do want to help this person though, and that's the thing. That's what might hold you back here this weekend, is that you do have a big heart here for this person, and you might want to support them and be nurturing to them, to help them here, but it's almost like, you know, that wouldn't be a good idea. At least I don't think so. Nine of Cups. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like something that might get in the way here is a lot of your feelings, I will be honest. You might be really confused because you did used to have something really good with this person before. They made you very happy before. And I feel like one of the things this person might tell you is like, hey, you know, maybe we can start again. You know, maybe we can, you know, restart our connection that we had here with the Ten of Cups here in reverse. Like, you know, maybe we can start this over again. And, you know, that's one of the things, like, that's what's so heartbreaking about this, is because they don't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's triggering, but I don't think they mean it. And that's something that is very hard, I feel, for you to get over this weekend. You know, there's a lot of heartache here, because it's confusing. It's confusing why this person would use this against you. Like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's wrong with this person. There's a lot of, like, I don't know what's going through their head here, because they're keeping a lot of secrets here. So I don't really know what's going on, but I can just tell you what the energy is like. So what's the advice here for you from Spirit? Three of Cups. Now, I do feel that the advice here is to express how you feel. You know, share how you feel with this person. If you're feeling heartbroken here, if you're feeling disappointed about their actions, you know, try not to hold that in. I mean, the advice here is to maybe tell them, you know, that you're disappointed in the way that they're acting, that they're doing this. You know, the Three of Cups can also be about focus on the friendships and the connections that you have that make you feel good as well. You know, focus more on the people that you have fun with and that you have positive connections with, especially your friends here. You know, really maybe lean into those friends that you have that aren't trying to screw you over. I feel like also the advice here is like, not all your friends are like this as well. This is just one person here that is being like a manipulative asshole here. I think that's also the advice here. So what are your actions here? Judgment in reverse. I do feel like you do feel some regret here over things that happened with this person and over where this person is in their life here. You might even feel like you're a little to blame here for why this person is the way that they are. I don't know what the history here is between you. Obviously, I don't know specifics, but it does feel like some of your actions, it's like it's heartbreaking for you because this person, maybe you feel a little responsible for the situation that this person is in. Like let's say they are trying to ask you money for like bail money here, and maybe you feel a little responsible that they're in that situation, that this person has, sorry to be triggering here, but maybe this person has fallen into dark times and they've fallen down a hole, and maybe you feel partially responsible for that because this connection didn't work out. I don't know. I really don't know. This is fucking... This high priestess here really ain't giving me much here, but I see your energy and your actions feel regret, remorse here. So whatever you're doing here in this situation, you're doing it because you feel remorse for the situation here, for what's going on here. And with the Empress here, it's like you do want to help this person, but you know that that's like your weakness here. It's like you kind of know that you shouldn't, but you want to, and you feel bad. Maybe you feel bad that you can't. What's the potential outcome here? I don't like this because it's such a, how do I say it? It's so random, I guess I could say. Like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like it really is kind of up to fate here. It is up to external forces here. The potential outcome of how this all plays out is not in your control, and it's also not in your favor, unfortunately. I don't know where any of this is going. I do like that your overall energy here is that you do see a lot of what's going on, so you're not in the dark in any of this. You see everything that's going on, and that's good. And I like that for you because you're at least aware of things here. But the potential outcome here for this weekend is, I mean, it is almost like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And it does not seem to go very well, unfortunately. Man, this seems really triggering. I mean, I don't know the details, and I feel like there's a reason why I don't know the details here. There's just a lot of energies here, and I'm trying my best to explain it and, like, you know, convey it to you, but there are a lot of question marks here for me, and I'm not digging deeper. So I mean, it is just you know, just a surface read here, but yeah, there's a lot going on here. So this weekend, I don't know how much of it that you'll see. I think that you'll see this person, you know, you'll see them coming in, and you do see a lot of what's going on, but I don't know how many details you see. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe you see everything. I don't know. Pisces, you're magical. I don't know. Okay, that's your reading, Pisces, for this weekend. Thanks for watching. Good luck this weekend. This seems to be very emotionally heavy, so I mean, at least I guess try to be prepared a little for that if this is resonating with you, because there seems to be a lot of emotions involved. You know, take the advice here of Spirit. You know, surround yourself with good people, friends and family that are good people to you, that you have good times with, that you have fun with. You know, that you feel safe to express how you feel around those people. That is the main advice here, and that's what I would take away from this. Okay, Pisces, yeah, good luck this weekend. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye.